Okay, make sure everything sounds alright real quick. Hopefully it do. Let's see. Come on. Okay. Okay, alright. Pull this back up. Let me crank that up just a little bit. And maybe back down. Never mind. Okay. Hello, hello, Snowflake. Hello. What's bliss? That's good. I like that. Hi, Dasa. Hello, and welcome to the Friendsim stream, the long-promised and finally happening. You can't hear anything. Okay. Let's see. Gonna actually... I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay. Can, but it's quiet. Okay. Let me do some adjustments then. Let me see here. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Let's see. Test, test. Oh boy, we're going to have to make this. Certainly, Snowflake. While I try and up my audio a bit. Hello, the non-perfectionist. Don't want it down next to mono. No. Minus 25. That might be too low. Let's go 20. Okay, are we better now, Bliss? I just got a text from somebody. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Better? Do we need a bit more? Audio's good? Better? Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Good shit. All right. So, hello. Now with the audio problems out of the way, welcome again to the long-awaited Hiveswap Friendsim live stream, where I go back and try and mend and or fuck up some of the friendships that I made or did not make, depending on how it went last time. So basically, my plan is here. I'm gonna read through them about the same way as like before. So I'll read through like the things that, even though I've already done it, it's been a while, that I would like to have like the full context of the choices I make. So I don't know how far we'll get through this. I have some of them listed out, the choices I need to make in order to catch up to them. But I'll go through them, and then once we're done, we'll kind of like have a little gap between where we can kind of, I guess I can read through chat a bit. So I guess before we get started, Snowflake asks, would you rather kiss Marvis on the lips or Zebra on the lips? I would probably say Marvis, just because I want as little to do with Zebra as possible. And you're good. Friendbow was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Friendbow. And it introduced me to Little Misfortune, so that was also equally fun. Okay, so, of course I had to cut on right now. I wonder if I can turn that off real quick, actually. Ugh. Yes, actually, Bliss. Zebra is one of the ones I have planned here. I have the first, I think, 4 the first 5 volumes written down here and the choices I need to make in order to get the endings I missed. So, without further ado, let's get started. We'll start because I missed one with our data, but it's gonna be like a quick one, I think. And I think DMs will also be pretty quick. So we'll see how this goes, I guess. Okay. Ooh, I'm excited. All right. You have just crash landed on a planet called Alternia and staggered from the smoldering wreckage of your ship. Come back. You are now completely alone in a strange world, desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly a bit of medical attention. But most of all, you are desperate for friendship. Won't someone on this godforsaken rock be your buddy? Any weirdo will do, you're not that picky. Hang on, what's this now? Is someone approaching? Hark, a vagrant. All right. So we're going to go into our data Carmia once again. We're going back to this one. It's now hitting me like, what's happening? Yes, someone is approaching. A strange, gray-skinned alien, clad in blue. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? Dear God. And just what are you supposed to be? Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Oh my. Oh, how funny this is. How very droll. You want to be my friend? It's too much, this thing at my doorstep, wishing to know me in any capacity. The hilarity somehow escapes my ability to capture with maniacal laughter. How rare. You apologize for your presumptuous request. You hang your head, turn around, and begin to walk and just what the fuck do you think you are doing? Who invited you to leave? You stop in your tracks obediently and turn to face her again. Your possibly broken ribs are throbbing in pain, but that does not strike you as the right moment to exhibit weakness. It dawns on me that we may have gotten off on the wrong saunter pod. Where are my manners? Ghastly behavior on my part. After all, it isn't your fault you seem to be some sort of hideous freak, is it? And such a tragic creature cannot be held responsible for such a devastating shortfall of social competence. I would weep for you, really, except that crying out of 3 eyes at once gets a bit messy. So, instead, I think I'll be saving my tears for someone less offensively worthless. Ow! I forgot about this. You aren't sure if she's inviting you inside, or if she just got you to stay a little longer so she could insult you some more. You try to remain stoic while your confrontational new friend decides what to do with you. Unfortunately, you sniffle slightly. Oh my, oh dear, you're sad. So amusing to me. Mildly endearing, even? Perhaps I'll decide later if it's endearing, once I have more information. It's entirely possible I will retroactively decide it's disgusting. But for now, try to put yourself at ease, you completely pitiful fool. Not one more sniffle. Do you understand? You nod while practicing exemplary control over your nose, which I do not have. You have gotten yourself so agitated. I wonder why. You have nothing to worry about from me. Of course, I will be your friend. Conditionally, I mean. There is a chance the designation will be formalized if you behave in ways that I approve of, starting now. Let's call it a friendship in progress, agreed? Your heart swells. This is what you've been waiting for, a new friend. Oh gosh, all you have to do now is try not to fuck anything up at all, possibly for many hours. Well, my track record for not fucking things up isn't great. Come into my hive, this way, after me. You look like you could use nourishment. I don't know what it is that whatever you are eats, generally, but it doesn't matter. You will eat whatever it is I have on hand, if I tell you to. How does that sound? How does it sound? Okay, hang on. I think I have to do it sounds fine here. So it sounds fine, I guess. Get the fuck out of my face and never come back. Oh, okay, yep. Yep, that's just a good old quick one there. That was the only one I was missing with our data, I believe. Because I got the bad ending before. It's just the same art, which is kind of a shame. Alright, so. There is our datas. Our datas is done. Quick, easy, done. So let's look at some of the chat here. We're doing breed. I don't know what breed she is, Snowflake. We got her from a rescue in Virginia, so I don't know what she is. She looks like some sort of like terrier doodle mix thing. Das, I love Ardata. Ardata's fun, but she's real something. Same Snowflake, be out of there. It's like, no, that's okay. Who are you most excited to befriend in Pesterquest? Mine is Aradia. I actually don't know who's gonna be in Pesterquest. All I know is like having John and Jade not Jade, Rose in part 1. I want to friend with Cooper and Follicle. Oh boy. I mean, okay. Cooper and Follicle are just a couple of real weirdos to be. Right, I'm looking forward to Fefri and Terezi. That'd be fair, because that would be. Oh man. Oh, it's the whole original Homestead class? Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good question then. I kind of want to just hang out with Tavros. Just chill with Tav. I want to friend Dad Egbert. Yeah, Dad Egbert would be great. Oh man, who else would there be? Shoot. What about Nana Sprite? Nana Sprite would be fun. All right. God, that's cool. That's going to be the whole classic Homestead cast. I didn't know that. Dope. All right. So let's move on to DMing. That's going to be Bratwurst. Yeah, rip. All right. Yeah, we got all this. Friendship, Godforsaken. DMing Zekali. All right, now this one I need to ask. All right. Here we go. Yes, someone is approaching a strange gray-skinned alien with a cozy-looking vest. Perhaps they will make for a good friend? What's up? Oof. Hang on, sorry. I didn't get a good look at you before I started talking. I guess you're really weird-looking. Kind of uncomfortable about this. Your stammering reply eventually conveys that you are a lost traveler who is hungry and probably in some need of medical treatment. You're also really lonely and wouldn't mind making a new friend right about now. Hungry, huh? I see what your game is. You aren't sure what he's talking about, then your eyes drift toward the obvious target. That exquisite hot dog he's holding. It looks really, really good. Your mouth starts watering noticeably. Oh no, I knew it. You're just like all the rest. Your agenda is to have me relinquish my delicacy. Well, forget it. I've been tricked out of 2 other oblong meat products this week already. I forgot about the highlighted text, or the emphasized text. I know you probably think I'm an easy mark due to my blood color, but I still have some dignity at least. You don't know anything about his blood color, or why that would matter in this conversation about his hot dog. You're hungry, sure, but you didn't mean to cast a threatening gaze at his meal. All you really want to do is make a new buddy, so you don't feel quite so alone in this strange new world. I see. You just want a friend and not my sweet meat. Sorry, I get a little paranoid when I walk around with such delicacies in public. You can't be too careful. Folks tend to get that greedy look in their eyes around my warm sausage. Oh man, it's all flooding. It's all coming back to me. Like boomerang. These are odd ways to express the things he's saying, you think? But it would be rude to point that out. Probably best to change the subject. Get this blossoming friendship moving in the right direction. Asking you to have a bite of his hot dog. It looks amazing. That's the bad one. Forget it. I'm leaving forever. Bye. It's so quick. It's so abrupt. Damn. All right. Oh man, I might need to look and see which ones I can do afterwards. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Dad Egbert is such a good soul. Yeah, all right, let's look at this in the chat a bit. What are your thoughts on June Egbert and her dubious canonicity? Well, I could hardly say I know much what that is. So June may or may not be canon. That's interesting. I guess it fits into like what the epilogues, like what is canon and what isn't. That's interesting at least. Hanging out with Kurlaws and Matuna. It'd be interesting. That definitely, that's for damn sure. Be interesting to hang out with Kurlaws and Matuna. Dance Sisters will be available. They're not really the classics person. Yeah, that's true. You want to friend Gamesy in an ironic way, Mia? That's fair. Like, if you're on, like, Soper Gamesy would be chill to hang out with. But, like, afterwards, you gotta be careful. It's all the kids and the main trolls. Okay, that's cool, Bliss. That's awesome. That actually makes me really excited to go into that. Nepeta and Tav, because we could roleplay together. Oh, yeah, fair. Who else? I think, like, the thing is, it'd be funny to friend Carcat. I think that'll be really fun. Oh, man. Who else is there? Shit, man. Aradia would be good. I'm still saying Tavros. Tavros is such a sweet boy. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm excited for Carcat. I think Carcat will be a lot of fun. All right, let's move on to Volume 2. We got Amnesia up first. I got all of Sarava's, so actually I'm going to be skipping that one. Yeah, Carcat's going to be insane. All right, so we're doing Amnesia next, because I got all of Sarava's in the video. All right. You stumble through the streets of a strange alien world. Ever since you crash-landed on this hostile planet, you have been desperate for information, for provisions, and possibly for a bit of medical attention. Along the way, you've had some laughs, embarrassing missteps, and maybe even an encounter with alien meat products. You don't really want to get into it. What you do want to get into is friendship. An entire planet of endless friend opportunities awaits you. Honestly, at this point, you'd make friends with one of those weird purple bushes. You're not picky. But I guess the bushes are prickly. Wait, you see something in the distance, or perhaps someone? All right, Amnesia. Oh boy. Oh boy. Lo, what light through yonder weirdly organic architecture breaks? A small figure approaches.
Oh my gosh. You are so...
So far, you've swallowed quite a few insults in regards to your looks and intelligence level. You aren't really the type to let the shallow opinions of others get you down, but it's been kind of a rough day. You brace yourself.
Cute!
Oh. She gives you a sweet, sincere smile.
I've never seen anything like you. It's given me all sorts of new ideas.
Boy, do you hope some of those ideas are about friendship. Now that you've got a taste of it, you are hungry for more. You take a stumbling step forward, and your ribs remind you that although the potential of camaraderie is enough to improve your mental health, it can't cure acute injuries.
Oh, you don't look so good. Come inside. I've been looking for new contributors.
Contributors? Could she mean friendship contributors? No, that's dumb. But maybe she runs some sort of alien newspaper and she wants you on staff. She looks a little young for that, but what the heck do you know about alien management hierarchy? You follow her to a nearby building, and now that you're looking up from your ravenous hunt for companionship, you notice that you've wandered into kind of an upscale part of town. Though at this point, I don't know how to be able to tell the difference between low scale and upscale. I guess that transcends civilizations. There's a lot less garbage, and people collapse in the street. You see one of those spiky robot things, but it's washing a window instead of shooting a laser at a group of children. If that's not high class, you don't know what is. Before you can follow her inside, she turns around to the threshold, blocking your way.
Real quick, you don't happen to be an artist, do you?
Artistry? Well, as a matter of fact, tell her no, you've never had much of a knack for it.
Oh good, friendships between artists can be so fraught. Much better to just keep things between artists and art appreciators. That way no one can get jealous.
So yeah, I think I need to get into her apartment to get, like, the straight up bad ending. The girl's smile widens even further, and you feel an unbelievable rush of joy. Have you finally found someone who isn't a total fucking maniac? The answer is no. And she brought up friendship without you having to mention it at all. It puts a spring in your step, or as much of a spring as possible, with a broken arm and a misaligned torso. Misaligned torso, wow. Immediately leads you into an elevator with buttons labeled in spiky letters that make absolutely no sense to you. You realize that probably nothing is ever going to make sense to you again. Really reach a point eventually. That's okay, your hierarchy of needs is adjusted recently. Your new friend, you are jumping the gun with this descriptor, but you are feeling seriously good about this encounter, stands in the corner of the elevator, wringing her claws.
I wish I'd known I was going to have company. I would have cleaned up a little. It's been a while since I met anyone new.
You assure her that whatever disaster her house is, it can't be any worse than some other places you've seen here. Although you kind of get what she means. She's wearing an artist smock that's covered in splashes of paint. Actually, it doesn't really look like paint, but it couldn't be anything else, could it? It's every color of the rainbow. Oh boy. The naivete. The elevator door slides open and you step into a space that you are relieved to find is totally recognizable. A table overflows with messy palettes and brushes, cloudy jars of water and sponges, several easels stand beside the windows to catch the light of the two moons, and a number of canvases lean against the wall, turned so you can't see what's on them.
First things first.
Amnesia brings you over to a wall screen that looks way more high-tech than anything you have on your now-defunct spaceship. Tapping away at a series of unreadable symbols, she then indicates you should take off your sling.
Here, go ahead and stick it in there.
She seems to want you to put your injured arm into a large hole in the wall, which you do because you are sure your new friend has your best interests at heart. The hole shrinks down like a blood pressure cuff, sending bolts of agony through you. You want to yank your arm back out, but you don't. Even if it's broken, you still like having it attached to you. Instead, you shout a lot and thrash your other limbs around.
Calm down, you big wriggler. It's like you've never seen a medicalizer before. If you don't stop moving, it won't work.
Tears spill down your cheeks, but you force yourself still. You'll bear the pain. You'll do it for your friend. She's looking at you hopefully, and she's so delicate and pretty, almost angelic. You look at her face and tell yourself it's all going to be okay. Finally, the hole releases you, and you pull your arm back out to find it completely healed. You can move your fingers. It doesn't even hurt anymore. Right, things are looking up.
See? I told you.
This is great. You're overwhelmed with the urge to celebrate. I gotta be chill about it. I think this is the one that I missed. You thank Amnesia profusely, but you manage to keep it to the strictly verbal sort. Medicalizers are great. This part of the city is great. You really need to get more rich friends. You tell her this, throwing in a compliment of her studio while you're at it. See, this friendship stuff is easy.
I'm glad you feel that way. You're obviously really strange and under-socialized, but you don't seem to be a complete cultural idiot. Plus, I think it's really endearing how helpless and trusting you are.
You laugh, slightly unnerved. You want to take that as a compliment, but after a recent encounter with another girl in blue, well, it all ended up okay. And Amnesia is so nice and friendly, and she keeps calling you cute, which you think is pretty generous if we're considering what a disgusting mess you are at this point. Ow! Whoa, okay, I mean the self-burn. Okay, I don't remember this at all, so I think I'm on the right track here.
Speaking of low bloods, what's your blood color? Just out of curiosity.
Blood color? You aren't really sure what she's talking about, but... red? You tell her it's red. She looks a little disappointed.
I've got plenty of burgundy. Oh well, good thing I have a delivery coming soon. Hey, do you think you could help? You can help me set a few things up before they get here?
They? Visitors? As in plural? As in multiple potential friends? Oh, hell yes. You are all over that, especially considering your newly healed arm. You are anxious to display all the simple motor functions you can perform. Amnesia gives you another radiant smile. You live for those smiles, man. They are just so full of the glowing nectar of bromance.
Perfect. Let's do this. Work always goes faster with two pairs of hands after all.
Yes, absolutely it does. And even if by that she seems to mean her hands are pointing while she tells you where to put things, you're totally fine with that. Your ribs are still kind of killing you, but you swallow down the pain. You're getting pretty good at that. Too bad you can't stick your whole torso into that magical science fiction hole in the wall. Well, maybe you could, but not right now. Right now you've got a friend to help. Something about the magical science fiction hole just really got to me. Amnesia instructs you to clear all the furniture to the edges of the room and lay down a big purple tarp. Apparently tarps aren't blue on this planet. Also not clear. Or like that semi-weird, like, white translucent color. Amnesia answers her phone and then buzzes open the apartment door. She runs over to the elevator with a squeal of delight.
They're here! Sorry I'm getting so giggly about this. It's just been a while since I've had any new paints.
Wait, paints? That's what's coming? Now that you think about it, there is something pretty crucial missing from this whole artist aesthetic she's got going here. There aren't any paints. No tubes dribbling color or pots with their tops left partially unscrewed. There aren't even any pencils. The elevator opens and two trolls come in. They have pretty similar shaped horns and are almost the exact same height. Brothers? Do trolls have brothers? From their uniforms and the douchey, swaggering way they walk, you get the idea that they're some sort of law enforcement. Wow, alright. That and the third troll in handcuffs there, dragging between them. Oh, good.
Thank you, guys. You always bring me the best materials.
They don't say anything. They just bring the third troll to the center of the tarp and force them into a kneeling position. Then they bow to Amnesia and leave the way they came. Oh my goodness gracious. I remember the axe. This doesn't look great. Even before Amnesia runs out of the room and comes back in with an axe the size of her whole body, you are not loving this. The troll in the tarp trembles and bites back a sob, but they don't say anything or try to run. She isn't really going to do what it looks like, is she? You can't bring yourself to believe that this cute little alien girl is going to straight up axe murder a dude right in front of you, presumably to finger paint with their blood. You stammer something to this effect. Amnesia laughs.
Well, I don't use my fingers. I'm not a fucking animal.
Oh no. She considers you for a few moments, tapping a claw against her mouth.
I know. You can help me. I only ever let one other person help with my work, and she's out of town right now.
But, oh, that's Shahud. Oh, neat.
But you and I have a connection. You feel it too, right?
You do. God, you do. You've been feeling it so much lately for everyone you meet. You thought you had maybe come across someone who would readily accept your platonic longings without putting you through the ringer first.
You do want to help me, don't you?
You do. You want that more than anything. Amnesia looks at you solemnly.
Why don't you do the honors?
She holds out her axe.
I wouldn't offer this to just anyone, but I can tell how special you are.
You're trembling. The troll in the tarp is also trembling, but unlike you, they seem to have accepted their fate. Slowly, inevitably, you hold out your hand for the axe. Amnesia gives it to you with a smile. God damn it, you forgot about your broken ribs, and that you're a human and can't just pick up a gigantic... fucking hell. Can't just pick up gigantic fucking axes with one hand. You drop it and it bounces away from you, like way more than you think an axe should probably bounce. You look up at Amnesia from where you are doubled over with pain and shame. She laughs and scampers over to retrieve the axe, once again swinging it up without any signs of strain. She doesn't even have any visible muscles. What is this girl made out of?
How silly of me. You seem so culturally advanced that for a second I forgot about your natural inferiority. Here, I'll give you a second chance.
You nod! Yes, please. A second chance that does not include committing gruesome murder.
Usually I just use chains. But I've got a better idea.
Oh God. You get what she wants you to do. You hesitate, and Amnesia's smile gets even sweeter. Sweet like poison.
Oh. You don't want to help me?
The tarp crinkles underneath you as you kneel. You grasp the troll's shoulders and mumble an apology. They continue to say nothing. Amnesia is sharpening her axe, which already looks pretty damn sharp.
Hold on tight.
You try, you really do! The problem is you try to hold on tight, but at the same time you try to drag the troll out of the way. Some buried instinct to try to preserve life rising up inside you. You're weak and injured though, so all you end up doing is just flopping both of you a little to the side. Oh my goodness gracious. Instead of coming down on the neck in a clean slice, Amnesia's axe glances off the troll's collarbone, mortally wounding them instead of killing them outright. And now you know why they have not been begging for their life. They don't have a tongue. Oh, good, so they can't beg, but they sure can yell and thrash and bleed olive green alien blood all over you and the tarp. God, there's so much blood. It's just spurting everywhere. Jesus Christ, you're such an idiot. Why couldn't you just commit? Now you're covered in dying alien, and so is everything else. Amnesia at the work table, and most direly, the canvas is leaning against the wall. Amnesia takes one look at them and lets out a wail of rage.
I can't believe this! I let you into my hive, into my life. I was planning to let you into my pusher. I thought you were a refined sophisticate, but now I see you're just a Philistine.
She gives you a shove toward the elevator. Your ribs are screaming, and so is the bleeding troll. You try to babble an explanation.
Forget it. I don't want to hear your excuses. Chahut was right.
Oh, we actually dropped her name.
If you want someone killed right, you have to kill them yourselves.
You ride the elevator back down, kneeling in a pool of blood and failure. Wow, terrible at murder. Whoa, okay. I mean, I could have expected that, I guess. Jeezy Pete's. Okay, what do we got? What do we got in the chat? Oh, okay. Carget, loves St. Patrick's Day because he gets to walk around like a crab. Pitch by the fair. Dave, got it. Oh, boy. Whew. Bliss, do you have a favorite headcanon for the kids or trolls? Boy, that's a good question. I might have to come back to that. Snowflake, what about the mayor? He needs more friends. The mayor really does need more friends. Poor mayor. Thanks, Ivy. Oh, yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you enjoyed the playlist. Well, Mia, saved is a strong word. I imagine Amnesia went back and finished the job. Oh boy, she is Adora bloodthirsty, Dasa. It's, my gosh, man. That was certainly something. Holy crap. I'm still thinking about my favorite headcanon. Shit, man. I had a lot back in the day, but I just can't think of any now. Damn. I'm just drawing a blank. Holy crap. I'm reeling from that. Like, I could have expected that, because Amnesia always had that little, like, something's not quite, like, she is just your typical troll, high blood troll, like, just murder just because they can. Oh, she needs paint, I guess. Oh, alright. Bye, Bliss. Hope you enjoyed the little bit. You got to stick around far. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was something. Alright. Oh, shit, man. And we actually get to have a reference to Chahut. I try to catch people all the time, Snowflake, because like I like to have like interaction, just because it's, I don't know. I'm trying to be better about it too, because I'm, oh boy, social anxiety is a real bitch. Fuck, man. All right, we're gonna move on. I have something both for Scylla and Bronya. I'm really excited to go back to these two because they were my favorites for a long time. All right. My nose is running because I was laughing so much, and I was caught so off guard by all that. All right, so we're going to do Scylla's next. I just realized you can see the mouse cursor. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. Sorry, I had the cursor. All right. Putting one foot in front of the other, you continue on through this strange alien world. Just when you think stuff is beginning to make sense, it all slips through your fingers and becomes even stranger and more alien. There does, however, seem to be one thing that remains constant through all planets and walks of life. That thing is friendship. You are on the prowl for more. It would have perhaps been wise to stay with one of your wonderful new friends until you are fully healed, but as Martha Stewart said, visitors, like fish, begin to smell after 3 days. You are almost positive Martha Stewart said that. Nevertheless, you soldier on your endless quest for companionship. Where will your travels take you next? My travels will take me to Best Girl. As dawn approaches, you find yourself heading out of the big city and into the rustic outskirts. Oh, the music. Man, the sun sure is bright on this planet. It's rising over the crest of the distant hills, a huge fiery ball. The later it gets, the bigger and bigger it grows, way bigger than you've ever seen the sun on Earth. What the smell? Could be your flesh beginning to sizzle? Fantastic, you love the country. No wonder the nightlife seems so active on Alternia. They are all nocturnal to avoid brutal daily roasting. You reach into your pocket for your cool new shades, but you appear to have left them at your friend's house. Fuck. You gotta get yourself together. The recent physical trauma and extensive blood loss has you a little fuzzy. You weren't built for this wilderness survival shit. No, that's very true. You're starting to wish you'd just stolen a fucking Lamborghini or something instead of a spaceship. This seriously isn't looking good. The city is too far away now for you to turn back, so you have no choice but to keep walking. Maybe you can find a cave or a hole in the ground. Maybe you can just cover yourself with grass. You wish that someone had mentioned the death sudden between offering you alien meat products and calling you their muse. Off to your left in the distance, you catch sight of what might be the shimmer of sunlight on glass. A window? A solar panel. You could seriously clean up with renewable energy on this planet. Should you change your trajectory and go toward the shimmer? It might just be a mirage. All right, I need to avoid the shimmer for the quick death. Honestly, you could probably see this one coming. Yeah, boy, these like neutral ones are real fast. All right, let's get the, oh man, this one's gonna hurt. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm really not looking forward to this one here. All right, let's see. All right, go toward the shimmer. You turn your aching, stinging meat sack toward the distant, promising sparkle of safety and succor. You focus on just staying upright, one step at a time. Just keep swimming or whatever. God, this sun, though. You need SPF 5 million for this nonsense. But then, almost like it has picked itself up to some scuttling... It has picked itself up to come scuttling to meet you. You suddenly find yourself in front of a long, low structure. You let out a yelp of anguish, pounding on the door. At least you hope it's the door. What in the world? Scylla. The door opens and you fall inside with one of the most pathetic whimpers of your careers. Blessed darkness closes in on you. From right beside you comes a snuffling yip, like some joker is making fun of your dire situation. Something warm and wet glides up your stinging cheek. Hold on, lady. Give him some room. A pair of hands help you sit up, gently. Your eyes haven't adjusted enough to make out more than a couple shapes, one upright and one lower to the ground. What were you doing out there? Can you stand? Strong arms pull you to your feet. You wonder if everyone on this planet is strong or if you are just extremely flimsy. They guide you to a chair at the end of a long table. Stutteringly, you begin to explain yourself that you are an injured, exhausted traveler who is ravenous for pals. Well, bless your heart. But hold on a tick. Dinner's about to burn. Now that your rescuer mentions it, you do smell something. It smells amazing. Funny you should just blunder in here like that. I was just saying, wasn't I, lady? It's been so long since we had any sort of guests who weren't Imperial drones or out to rob us. You rub at your watering, slowly clearing eyes, and when you look back up to your rescuer finally comes into focus. She's tall, taller than anyone else you've met here, you think. Also, maybe a little older? Not that you're an expert in troll physiology, she just has an air of knowledgeable competence. She's wearing a fringed jacket and holding up a plate. There you go. Your oculars feeling any better? By the by, my name's Scylla. Pleasure to meet you. And this here's Lady. Aw. Good girl. She looks down, and at first you think she means the table, but then you look under the table at the giant monster dog looking up at you. You jolt so hard you almost fly backward out of your goddamn chair. Well there. No need for theatrics. It looks a little like one of those lassie dogs with a pointed nose, except enormous and pure white. It barks practically shake the whole house. Hey there, lady. No need to be rude. They've clearly had one hell of a time and they don't look dangerous. Just really peculiar. Besides, if they try anything, you and me can take them. Scylla puts her hands on her hips, staring you down with thunderous yellow eyes. Right? No funny business here. You swallow and nod, trying to look unthreatening and obliging, ready for anything. For instance, friendship. You are so ready for that. Scylla sets down the plate she's holding. Here, have a grub cake. There's plenty. That sounds gross as hell, but what's sitting on the plate looks and smells exactly like a normal pancake, golden brown and crispy at the edges. There's boiled tree blood too, if you like. Also churned dairy product. She puts down a seraph of syrup and a dish of butter. Man, everything here has really weird names. Scylla pours out a cup of some very familiar smelling liquid. Brown bean juice, you guess. Scylla raises an eyebrow. No, that's just coffee. I forgot about that joke. Fuck me. She sits down next to you. You're lucky you're only out in the light of dawn. Nobody wants to be out in direct alternating sunlight besides jade bloods. And no offense, but you certainly ain't any jade blood I've ever seen. At first I thought you were some sort of mutated Lucis because you don't have horns and you're grunting and yipping up a storm back there. But you're an alien, right? Don't worry, I won't call the drones. I'd best get used to being around aliens anyway, seeing as how I'm gonna be seeing a whole mess of y'all coming next week. She laughs nervously. You aren't sure what she's talking about. Do you even need to specify that anymore? It's just natural law at this point. Gravity, the conservation of energy, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. Lady, would you mind drawing a bath for our guest? No offense, but you smell like you could use one. You can't argue that. You offer her a cautious smile. God, she seems so nice and caring. But you've been burned before, and cut, and generally kicked around by fate. It's a tough world out there, but you want to trust Scylla. Lady takes a bucket in her muzzle and runs out into the yard, getting up on her hind legs and batting at the door latch to open it. It's adorable. Aw, what a good girl. The sun is high enough now that the whole landscape outside is washed in white. Oh god, the dog! Aw, sweet of you to worry. Lucy I find going outside for a little while in the daylight. Their coats reflect light or something to that effect. I don't really know how it works. I ain't exactly known for my scientific acumen. You tell her that she seems pretty smart from where you're standing. As cynical as you're becoming, you just can't help trying to be her friend. She's so nice and, wow, really pretty. Not that that's a requirement for friendship, but your retinas would have to be way more scalded than they are to not notice that. That's nice of you to say. But it wouldn't even really matter if I was a bona fide genius. Someone in my cast can never hope to rise up in the ranks. Best I can hope for is hauling crates on some cargo vessel. Ranks? Cargo vessel? You swallow your bite of grub cake, ready to ask her if she is thinking about joining the military, but just then a swell of noise erupts from outside the house. Shouts, crashes, and ladies' frantic barks. Scylla gasps and launches herself out of her chair, knocking over the seraph of syrup. It oozes across the table in a sticky wave. Oh no, not now! What the hell is going on? Bandits! Goddamn loose thieves! You don't get the chance to ask anything else before Scylla careens toward the door, throwing up an arm as blazing white light pours in. Oh god, she's going to go outside and burn up. She isn't thinking straight. You've got to do something. Oh no. Okay. Alright. I know what I have to do. Scylla is bigger than you, and she has the strength of both desperation and a superior genome, so you don't feel great about your chances. But you have to try. Scylla is too upset to be careful. You have to stop her from hurting herself. You stumbled into her house all gross and pathetic and alien, and she didn't turn you away. She gave you pancakes, for Christ's sake. Grub cakes, whatever. And it isn't just the sun. From the number of voices, there's got to be 20 people out there. She doesn't stand a chance. You run up behind her and hook your arms under hers, hauling her back by the armpits. She struggles, jabbing her elbow into your aching ribs. Let me go! You don't understand, they'll take her! Lady! You hold grimly on, going limp and using gravity and your own dead weight to pull her down to the floor. Through wheezing breaths, you tell her she can't go out there. Didn't she just tell you that you'd never have survived if it had been later than dawn? You probably aren't making much sense, but you keep up a stream of worthless bullshit until something catches. Would your Lucis really want this for you, Scylla? Would Lady really want you to sacrifice yourself for her? Scylla goes rigid, and then all the fight just drains out of her like blood down a drain. She sags back into your arms. The two of you watch Lady thrashing in a huge black net as several of the figures haul her away. The sun is too bright to see them clearly, but they appear to be herding more white creatures out of a paddock and into a collection of vehicles. The herd. She says it so quietly you feel it more than hear it. You continue to watch as Lady is packed into one of the vehicles and they drive away, kicking up clouds of dust that glimmer in the brutal sun. You can let me go now. I'm not going to throw myself out into the daylight like a romance novel heroine. You realize just how tight you're holding onto her and loosen your arms, pulling away and sitting up. Skyla's... Oh, no. Skylar's cheeks are wet with tears, but she quickly shakes her hair into her face to hide it. That makes your heart hurt. You want to tell her that everything is going to be okay, but you make it a point not to lie to your friends. You have absolutely no idea how it's going to be. And before you can say anything at all, she gets up and disappears through a door and further into the house. Boy, alright. I got one choice, huh? You decide to mind your own business. Well, you do try the door, but it's locked. Best to keep occupied and do what you can for her. First, you shut the door to keep that sweltering heat and blinding light out. Then you tidy up the kitchen a little. Everything here is oddly textured and colored. The shape's unusually organic. Some of it is worryingly scuddly and alive. You do your best. You mop up the syrup and straighten the chairs. You're just trying to figure out how to get the sink to spit out some water onto the dirty dishes when Scylla comes back out. Her eyes are dry and her hair is combed back out of her face. Don't you worry about that. You're gonna break something. She plays with one of her beaded bracelets with nervous little fidgets of her fingers. I can never take those fellas by myself, especially not in broad daylight. I want to thank you for stepping in and stopping me. I was overwrought. You nod, accepting her thanks. She doesn't seem overwrought anymore, just numb. Wow, this is actually a legitimately terrible situation. Not even in a dumb, zany way like all the other horseshit that has happened to you recently. You wonder who those guys even were. Loose thieves. Oop. They've come before, but always at night and never in large numbers. So Lady and me could always take them. I never expected anything like this. For them to come out in force like this in the middle of the day. She sits down at the table, putting her elbow in a patch of syrup you missed. You offer her the dishcloth and notice several little discolored patches on her arm. Looks like she got burned just from having her arm out the door for like a minute and a half. You're really glad you didn't let her go out there. You've endured a lot of heinous shit in your short span on this planet. Injuries and a lot of added insults to those injuries. But the time you spend with Scylla waiting for the sun to go down is some of the worst and most hopeless. You don't know what to say to help her. You aren't actually her friend. You aren't even the same species. The troll-Lucis relationship is a little confusing, but seems to be more some combination of caretaker and pet. More symbiotic than parent and child. Finally, it gets late enough to venture outside, and this is so long. This is heartbreaking. Finally, it gets late enough to venture outside, and you follow Scylla out to the empty paddock. There's nothing out here but a broken fence and trampled ground. Lots of kids lose their loci. It's just a part of life. I would have been heading into the ordeals next sweep anyway. I would never have seen her again. But at least I would have gotten the chance to say goodbye, you know? It's kind of a bummer how resigned everyone on this planet seems to terrible things happening. Then again, you guess that's sort of true on your planet too. Existence. Just a goddamn mess. You try to give her the most understanding look you can. Just a really good and supportive friend face. You're killing it. But Scylla isn't paying attention to your glowing facade. She's reaching into her jacket and pulling out her phone. What the hell? My palm mask is blown up. Oh, God. Scylla drops her phone in the dirt and claps a hand over her mouth. Her eyes sparkle with tears. You pick it up. It's kind of squishy and squirms in your hand a little, which you don't love. You also don't love what's on the screen. It's a troll in a mask holding a gun on Lady who is still in that net, baring her teeth. The gun looks fake, kind of like a Nerf gun. You bet it's not a Nerf gun. The photo is accompanied by more of that spiky text you can't read. Hey, how can you understand the Alternian spoken language but not the written? You decide not to think about it too hard. Waste of time. They sent a ransom demand. They say if I can't pay, they'll sell her. Troll Luci are valued for their strength all over the galaxy. The heiress knows about the black market, but she doesn't do anything about it. She just takes a cut. You ask her how much the ransom demand is for, as if you have a penny to your name. She tells you a number that sounds stupidly large, even without knowing the exchange rate to Earth money. They're just mocking me. They know a Bronzeblood can't afford this. They just want to force me to fail her one more time. Her voice breaks into a sob. You reach over and put your hand on her arm. Oh, she looks at you with big, watery eyes, and you brace for her to fall into your arms sobbing. You're actually kind of hoping for it. Not that you're the type to want to profit off another's pain, but you're pretty sure that offering comfort in a time of crisis is a first-class ticket to Friendsville. Wow, what a dickhead. Instead, Scylla gives you a hard shove backward. You take 2 stumbling steps and fall on your ass. Something squishes underneath you. A cow pat or something alive? You aren't sure what you prefer, honestly. Sorry, I didn't actually push you that hard. Your species just seems pretty flimsy. I don't want sympathy right now. Especially not from you. She stands framed between the 2 moons, some trick of perspective making her look just as distant and just as sad. Not that the moons are inherently sad. Whatever, that's not the issue right now. Had Scylla been lying to you before when she said she didn't blame you? She'd even thanked you for stopping her from killing herself. No, I don't blame you. I just can't stand the sight of you. Looking at you just reminds me of losing Lady, and I don't think that'll ever change. Sorry. I really was hoping we could be friends. It's been a really long time since I've seen anybody out here that goes on 2 legs instead of 4. But I just don't think it's going to work out. If you start walking now, you can probably make it to the city before sunrise. Or there's a Jade-Blood colony nearby if you want to inflict your personal brand of assistance on them. Bye. You leave with your proverbial tail between your legs, and the last glimpse you get of Scylla, she's standing next to the empty paddock, staring at the ground. Oh, okay, that's... Boy! That's not okay. Okay. That was upsetting. Shit, man. Okay, let's see. What do they do with the Luci? Well, actually, we kind of got that. Briska's Lucis ate trolls, I think. I think she did, yeah. Fair enough, okay. Sure, you remember that? Fefree's ate Luci, yeah. Lucis trafficking. Sell them, though. Sell their own. I don't know. I mean, trolls are kind of just shitty. Like, why sell others? Like, and not their own. I don't know. I don't know anything about anything here, really. So, it's just kind of like, if they're prized for their strength, because Luci are typically strong, I guess. So, it's just kind of like a, yeah, fuck it. I mean, it's all explained. They're valued for their strength, durability, all that good stuff. It makes me kind of wonder what happens after they go through, like after the trolls leave Alternia. Do they just do the Luci just move on to another grub? Is that what happens? Yeah. I don't know. Bit of lore that I have no idea about. Okay, now we're gonna do Bronyas. Luci chose trolls. That's fair, yeah. All right, Bronya Ursama. Now, what's the bad one? Okay. Did Skylas? Cross that off the list here. Okay. My note here. Let Bronya salve. Okay. All right. You've been traveling through a cave network for a while now. The Ridge of Stone is a welcome respite from the eerily organic infrastructure you've been encountering, but it is also proving an unwelcome respite from friend-making. Maybe it was too much to hope for, that this cavern would be home to another potential new buddy. Maybe leaving the big city behind was a horrible mistake. Just maybe these dark, cold tunnels are completely devoid of... Oh, hang on. There's a bunch of buildings in the distance. Forgot about that. Just like, oh, wait, hang on. I'm an idiot. Oh, hello. I thought you were one of my girls, but you don't look like a Jade-Blood. Or anything else, actually. How strange. You can say your usual spiel regarding your circumstances. You are lost and lonely and your ribs are still broken, you think? Honestly, the ribs are fine. You could just use another friend or two. I see. My first responsibility is to my jades and the mother grub, so I can't make any promises of friendship just yet, but you do look like you need someone to take care of you. Here in the Brooding Caverns, we follow a few simple rules. 1, don't invite drama from up top, down below. 2, protect the mother grub. 3, we have no hierarchy, but do what I say. Let's do everything we can to keep up our current record of dozens of sweeps without any jades being culled. You're not sure what half of those words mean, but you nod your head. Good, I'll take you to our hive. Bye, Snowflake. Follow me. You follow her into her hive, which looks like a school or some kind of dormitory, with multiple floors, with multiple rooms and multiple floors. Usually more of my jades are around. I suppose that everyone is out watching the Imperial drones arrive with the filial pails. Girls, we have a visitor to our caverns. 1, do not be alarmed by their bizarre appearance. They seem to be harmless and quite weak. 2, do not give them more injuries than they already have. Our visitor deserves a warm Jade-Blood welcome. She claps her hands. No one else is around, but you stand to attention and give her the thumbs up to show that you read her loud and clear. You notice that she called you visitor and not friend, but that's okay. You can do whatever it takes until you're upgraded from visitor to friend, or at least charity case. You follow her upstairs, and she stops at a big room on the second floor. When you step into it, you have to clap your hand over your mouth to keep from gagging at the revolting sight. There are big, baby-sized larvae-looking things all over the floor, squirming around and crying and inchworming out of kiddie pools of green slime. The hell? This is our nursery. Most of these wigglers are sick or injured, so we look after them in here until they're well enough to go back out into the caverns and spin their cocoons. She looks shifty all of a sudden, giving you some side-eye like she's sizing you up. You try to look very non-threatening and also 100% trustworthy. We keep this nursery on the down low. It's not against any laws, but it's something of a break with tradition to save any of the grubs instead of just letting them die. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure why we do it. I guess it just feels right to me to take care of them the same way I take care of my jades. A nursery, huh? You look around again with this new information. You guess you can sort of see how the wigglers look like babies? You can't believe that one of these things could grow up into anything that looks like Bronya, but this is an alien planet, so who knows? She takes you over to a shelf that seems to hold medical supplies. You're not sure what can be done for your broken ribs, but maybe she has some kind of alien technology that can help. But when she starts going through the cabinet, you don't see anything that looks high-tech, like that thing that fixed your arm. I guess that most of what we have is stuff for the wigglers, and I'm not familiar enough with your bizarre anatomy to know if it will help. But if you're not completely sure how to do something, it's best to try anyway. 1, even if you fail, everyone else can still learn from your mistake. 2, maybe you won't fail, you never know. You're not so sure about applying this ethos to your broken ribs, but she looks so determined. It might be rude to say no. Okay. Yep, I think I gotta do this one. I think that's the one I gotta go with. Okay, come here. Lift up your shirt so I can get your injured bellow sack enclosures. Yes, like that. Turn the part that's all bloody and horrifying towards me. She has something that looks like some kind of ointment? It's a shade of bright green similar to the slime beds you see around the nursery, and it also seems to be glowing. Seems like there's nothing wrong about applying it to your skin. But despite your optimism, the second Bronya rubs some of it on your broken skin, you feel searing hot pain like you just got doused with poison. You flinch back instinctively. Your momentum carries you too far, and as you step back, you trip onto something behind your feet. You cartwheel your arms, but it's no use. You're going down. You're yelling timber. You feel something sought to squishy break your fall, and you hear a terrible squelching noise and some kind of animal squeal. You have fallen right onto one of the wigglers. You roll off of it, but there's no use. It's squished flat, and you're covered in olive fluid that you think might be its blood. You look up to see Bronya's horrified face and know that there's no hope for friendship in those vengeful eyes. You might want to run before I throw you out of this window and break the rest of your bones. Wow, that was a quick one. Alternia's deadliest ass! Oh, that's true. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, yeah. Alright, what do we got? Rip, yep. Rip in peace. Not the babies. Yep. God, deadliest ass. Demon's bad ending is still one of the funnier moments to me. I wonder if that olive blood would come to be. I don't know. I might have just killed, like, another troll Hitler. You never know. But who knows, man. Okay, let's see. Who do we got next? Let's see. I just got done with Bronya. Good old Bronya. Nepeta. Okay. I have the next 4 lined up, but we're kind of going along at a good tick here. I might need to see which ones I need to do next after that. I think the car is going to take a while, though. All right, we're going back to Gorgor now. Oh, man. Oh, I'm excited for Gorgor. I only have 1 that I need to do for Tagore, though, which is kind of a shame. Fresh from your most recent bout of gratuitous bodily injury and touching scenes of camaraderie, you soldier on. I have done Marvis's. I did all of them in the video. Hang on. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. You had a few setbacks, made a couple silly choices. Boy, do things just keep happening. Things happen all the time. But let nobody say that you, the main character, are incapable of growth and change. You've made sure not to be caught in the wilderness near dawn again. You have made your way back to civilization. You can't wait to discover what new adventures await you. Adventures like friendship. Gorgor! I'm excited. I'm excited to get back to Gorgor. You wandered down a street in a not too demolished looking part of town, but you don't really take much of it in. You're not looking where you're going. This is an elementary mistake, especially on a planet where everything that exists seems to be on a spectrum of engineered specifically for murder to could be a weapon in a pinch, but you've got a lot on your mind. And now is the car. These guys probably have some ridiculous word for it, but you haven't learned it. You hadn't noticed slams into you, sending you flipping head over feet. You add a few new concerns to your list, your bones and organs. That was a weird cadence going on right now. The sound of the driver yelling, "Watch where you're going, lump squirt sugar," fades as they drive away, and you assess your situation. You stretch each limb in turn, which you've got to say doesn't feel great. You've landed in a bush which is covered in sharp spines. Your arms and legs all still work, though, and when you do an experimental cough, no blood comes out. Pretty lucky, you think. You may have redefined what luck means by this point in your journey, but you'll take what you can get. You don't figure that luck will extend to the driver turning around to help you out of this bush. Your gazes meeting and sparking an immediate and intense connection that leads to a beautiful lifelong friendship, but you let yourself hope. Oh, God, I got the burps. After a few minutes of struggle, the answer to your comradely daydreams comes into focus above you, a figure outlined by the spiny leaves of your plant prison and the glow of the moons. The troll you see isn't the driver of the car, but you don't care. Your heart is beating wildly with your continued lucky streak. Hello. You seem to have fallen victim to a colliding scamper with that scuttlebuggy back there. Have you contacted your personal legislator? If not, I'd like to offer my services. My name is Tagore Gorchek, but please call me Gorgor. I'm here for you, for a nominal fee, of course. He pulls a business card from his sleek teal vest and offers it to you with a precise flick of the wrist. His claw beds are perfect. You try again to sit up, buoyed by this offer for assistance. He's some type of doctor, maybe? Or lawyer? It doesn't matter, really, because he said he was here for you. Those words go right ahead and burn themselves into the softest chamber of your heart. You start telling him your plight thus far, reaching up through the brambles toward this beacon of hope. This guy seems trustworthy, and that's not just your lack of options talking, you swear. As you shift, the moonlight shines on you. He steps back briefly, dropping the card. The one eye that's not covered by a soup of product-infused hair opens wide. He recovers, smoothing his hands down his chest and straightening up, clearing his throat as you continue to explain. What? Oh, yes, an alien. I knew that. I've done work with aliens before, so your situation shouldn't be an issue at all. Oh boy. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity to be represented by me. In fact, we may be able to use this to our favor for a larger cash settlement. It all depends on our angle. Here, try moving your chug column. You aren't sure why this is necessary, but you wiggle your torso, hoping that's right. You've never wanted anything more in your meager existence fuck me. Than in your meager existence than to follow this specific directive perfectly. No, not that. You add a little hip jiggle, not so much that he might think it's a come on, but enough to say, hey, I'm friendly and I know what the fuck I'm doing. No, the thing that holds up your think pattern. Work with me. You continue what you hope is part of troll friendship ritual, shimmying various parts of your anatomy deeper into the bush until you get to your neck, and he clasps his hands together. There we go. That one hurt, didn't it? Definitely a case of column snap, which can get us a decently hefty restitution. Your neck feels fine, or it doesn't hurt any more than the rest of you, but you give him what you hope is a convincingly painful nod of agreement. Of course, you will need to front the initial laceration costs. We may also have to injure you further to ensure our case is convincing, but we've got to break a few cluckbeast embryos to make a grublet, as you well know. Yes, I think we may make a mutually beneficial team if you're willing to do what it takes to bring about the justice you deserve. So, what do you say? Would you like to help me help you? He's talking really fast. Oh, I'm not talking fast at all. Sorry. I'm not talking fast at all. And you're not sure exactly what to think about your lack of funds or the idea of breaking any more bones, but that smile is sharp and shiny and pointed right at you. You want more of it. Okay, I did the pro bono thing. I need to get into his hive to get the next bad one. You mentioned how incredibly loaded you are and how core to your sense of values is to pay well for good work. That's what we call good business. Now, get up out of that prickle frond, and let's get you presentable. He watches you flail a few times before he sighs, unbuttons his sleeves, and rolls them up to his elbows. Each fold is crisp and even. It takes a while, but you are good being patient. There's a 12% cost increase for your instance of manual labor. Let all be explained in your bill. It's itemized. I'm sure an alien of means such as yourself will be able to handle it. You take his hand and he pulls you up and out of the bush. It's kind of a rough job. He's not as strong as he looks, you guess. He glares at you like he is daring you to say shit about it, and you are a quick learner. He cuts you off mid-thank you. My office isn't far from here. We can go there to get things started. And by things, I absolutely mean get you clean, and sign a lot of vaguely worded yet stringently binding documents. He walks with a purpose. You shake off the flora stuck in your various body parts and do your best to catch up. From the outside, his office basically just seems to like his hive. You've learned a thing or two during this shitstorm of a cultural exchange, though. You gotta play it cool when a potential friend invites you home. You never know what cages or monsters or methods of evisceration they might have laying around, and you want to prepare a nice, chill look on your face for whatever carnage you're about to be confronted by. It doesn't work. Your face falls to bewildered hell when you walk inside, because it's all chrome and glass and broad white walls in there. It's like he bought the fanciest looking crate and barrel display room he could find, down to the last useless minimalist accessory, and then never sat down in it. His Lucis, a ferret, is chilling on an enormous silver thing that's halfway between a throne and a play tower. Everything is clean and bright and at perfect right angles, and you don't see any weapons anywhere. It's fucking creepy. You ask him if he just moved in, because polite conversation seems like maybe the best thing you can do. In the absence of something specific to focus your fear on, you're just sort of a little afraid of everything. You're not paying me to learn my life story, unless you'd like to. In that case, no, I've lived here most of my life. I'll go ahead and add that to your bill. You stare at one of the chairs. Should you sit in it? By all means, do not make yourself at home. Head straight to my ablution trap while I prepare our contract. You really want to connect with this guy, and you like how you just vibed there, where you were thinking about sitting your bedraggled ass on his fancy chair, and you could totally tell you were thinking, but you don't want to be friends badly enough to walk straight to something that has the word trap right there in its name without at least pondering it for a second. You become savvier during all this. Oh boy. Okay. No entrapment, please. Take a goddamn bath. All right, I think I need to reject shower. You tell him you would rather stay away from any and all traps, if that's all right. You mentioned that you think that's the best move for both of you. Something tells you that this guy wants to know what's in it for him. Probably all the times he's said explicitly that. You do have that vibe going, after all. He taps a claw on his chin and looks you up and down. He takes his time. You try not to blush, no matter how exacting his gaze is. You present a solid case. Your whole look is something of a bit repellent, but it may make the pitiable lost alien angle more emotionally effective if you still look like you just got run over. Frown. It takes you a second to realize he didn't just say this physically emotive response instead of doing it with his face. He's giving you a direction. Oh, you stick your lower lip out and try to look as pathetic as possible. Yes, it's really working for me. It's awful, completely repugnant. Your general squalor should function as a simple manipulation tactic, no matter which direction I decide to spin it. The praise makes it hard to keep frowning, but you do your best to keep it up. You even hunch over a bit and shamble a few meager steps toward him. Great, yes. That's enough, no need to come any closer. Seriously, you smell terrible. Okay then, we'll skip the hygiene and get straight to the best part, bureaucracy. Stay right there and don't get any of your crusty alien orifices near my decor. I'll go print out our contract and we can move on. Oh boy, re-ink burst pins. You pretend you're a statue while he types things, then prints the typed things, then staples the printed things. His ferret loose stares at you with beady interest. You stare back, completely motionless. You wonder how often Gorgor has friends over. He brings the packet over to you and hands you a pen. Read this, or don't. Sign it either way. It's a standard legislator agreement, tweaked a bit to accommodate your particular situation. You know you agreed to... Oh boy, howdy, that's a lot of text. You know you agreed to submit your testimony to be judged and will accept whatever subjugation you perceive. You recognize that any potential winnings are to be remitted to me for processing through a local account before your portion can be dispensed to you. In the event of your culling, I'll act as executor of your accounts. Blah blah, same old business. I'm sure it's the same where you're from. There are stars at each place you're to initial. That sure was a lot of stuff that you just got told real fast. You were trying to listen, really, but he winked at you early on in his monologue, and it was really distracting because you couldn't stop thinking about if you could incorporate a wink into a secret handshake, maybe. Anyway, regular legal jargon, yeah, just like all the times you click to say you read the terms and conditions on any old harmless social media app, that stuff never ends up being relevant. You show off your exquisitely polished John Hancock as many times as it takes. Excellent, excellent. Everything's in order then. Are you ready to head out? Oh, like now? Now? You're not ready. Do you look rough enough? Will your bones need to go through any more ordeals? What's a subject later? Does a Tagore no sweep like the one you're fucking in, as they say? No sweep like the one you're fucking in, as they say. There's something else there. Mine is fitting for swear jar. Pardon the language. It's an idiom. It means it's time to fucking go. Let's watch the fucking language. Oh boy. You follow him out as apprehensively as you followed him in. As you retrace the path you took not too long ago, it occurs to you to wonder where this glorious feat of justice is going to take place, and like if anyone's going to subpoena the asshole that hits you, or that hit you. Is that even a thing here? You skip up to match Tagore's pace and ask. There's no real need for you to worry about that, it's for me to deal with. As all the perpetrator, of course, if it seems prudent to pin the crime on them when the time comes, I'll have more than enough credible evidence to condemn them. The blood cash should be sufficient, but it seems worth it to call in their dented scuttlebucket. I can certainly do that as well. Of course, that's not the only way we can spin this. It may not be necessary to involve them at all. Don't bother worrying about that either. You definitely still worry about that, but you nod, and keep walking like you're not bothered. You want to match this level of easy confidence. It's almost comforting to be around it now that you've spent some time with him. It's simple. You're still basking in the ease of being told what to do when the whole vibe flips over on its ass so fast you feel like ice down your back. You look at Tagore first. He stopped walking and his posture somehow gets straighter. Even his cute little ponytail thing looks more alert. He's staring at the approach of another troll, a blue guy. You know that means high blood, but not much else about what that entails, aside from what you're picking up from the full hair on and cat reaction from old Gorgor next to you. Pleasant evening, sir. His voice gets somehow sweeter and more professional at the same time. You recognize that he's feeling What he's feeling because you felt it in yourself the whole time you've been on this godforsaken planet. A deep, all-consuming thirst for approval. He's gunning hard for business boy friendship. The high blood, however, is not. At first you think he might be chill because a smile gets huge, and hell, if you don't love getting smiled upon. You start to introduce yourself until Tagore shoots you a be cool look. It's then that you learn that this guy's smile is not the nice kind. What's this? What's this? He asks. Gorgo picked up a little friend. It's not. We have a working relationship. You try not to let so that's Gatlick, right? You try not to let his dismissal of your friendship sting. You're not there yet. It's okay. You want to be helpful, so you put on your best injured face and start hobbling in a circle, twisting your neck at the most grotesque angle you can manage without actually hurting yourself. You groan pitifully about all your bones. Oh, right. Your booming drone pursuing business. This, client you have here looks extra shitty. Good luck getting anything good for whatever this mutant is that you scraped up from the gristle grate. If you take a moment to consider the potential, the blue guy rolls his eyes and keeps walking, elbowing his way right between the two of you on his way past, like you're nothing. Tagore freezes. His eyes stay fixed ahead of him, where the blue guy was just standing. It's like he hasn't processed the movement yet, even though he got knocked back a few steps in his wake. He starts shaking. Yikes, that was, tense. You want to say something reassuring to Tagore, but he has kind of ascended to another plane of existence. Maybe a nice reassuring pat on the shoulder will help diffuse the mood? You put a ginger hand in the mere vicinity of his body and he whirls to face you, eyes narrowed and breathing heavy. You snatch your hand back fast. Mistake? You? Do you have any idea how rare that networking opportunity was? Do you realize what you... No, of course you don't. You don't know anything. You're just a weird little hornless thing who doesn't even know how to cross the fucking street. Return of Swearjar. He starts laughing all high-pitched and weird. Up until now, he seems so slick, so unflappable. That Gorgor is hard to reconcile with the one pacing back and forth, hollering and grabbing at his face. He's pretty goddamn flapped. Ooh boy, you really screwed up, huh? Maybe your busted neck routine was not convincing enough, or too convincing? Either way, you figure now might be the time to bow out before the scene really blows up. You tell him so. Your neck is fine. Look, you headbang a bit to prove it. No, a deal is a deal is a deal. He breathes in slowly through his nose. All right, Gorgor, remember your mantra. He closes his eyes. After an awkward minute of watching him whisper something unintelligible to himself, he opens them and immediately starts up that bonkers pace again, so you skedaddle to catch up. He keeps talking, though by now he's just talking to himself, with you as an eavesdropping barnacle with really slow legs. Little manic giggles bubble out in between his sentences. We're headed toward justice, all right. Keep walking, we're seeing this through. I've got a bottom line to uphold. Okay, not bad. Maybe things are still cool between you. Maybe this lawyer-client relationship still has a chance to blossom into something more. Oh, I doubt it. You venture a friendly type topic and ask him about his mantra. He stops walking and looks at you like you shat on his Lucis's grave. You don't just ask someone what their mantra is. Maybe not so cool. He shivers, spooked, and turns his stanky stare from you to the path you're on. After a moment, he smooths back all the hairs he shook out of place during his freakout, pivots, and turns down a side street. Anyway, as I was about to say, there are many ways to fulfill the terms of our contract. I was hoping this would lead to a more stimulating evening. I was prepared to get into it with you, for now, but it has become clear that this partnership is no longer worth the work. Especially now that I will have to consider the significant career setback I just experienced at your feckless hand. So instead of wasting any more time, or yours, let's take a shortcut to the same end result, sparing us both the agony of enduring a long court battle in the proximity of one another. Here's your verdict. You're guilty. Guilty? Wait, wasn't it supposed to be the other guys on trial? You look around, panic rising in your chest. Oh, don't tell me you don't know how the legal system works either. Unsurprising and uninteresting. Oh, this is bad. You'd been so caught up in watching him talk that you didn't notice him guiding you straight to the shittier part of town. You know, the part that's all half-demolished hives and creepy noises and drones flying around. Drones like the one that turns to notice you when Tagore whistles, snaps his fingers, and points right at your head. Hey, big guy. Over here. What extremely malformed and unviable troll. Just the way you like it. You shouldn't feel surprised at this betrayal. Maybe you do, for a second anyway. Oh, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Then you focus on yelling and scanning for possible debris to hide under. Tagore starts backing away as the drone gets closer. There's a sewer to the next street over. You probably won't make it. But if you do, check your pocket. Do specified for bad end? Oh, boy. Oh, man, I missed Gorgor. Gorgor's a hoot. All right. Gorgor, done. Let's see if I can change something real quick. All right, let's see. Boy, howdy, we got a lot here. Lump squirt sugar. Let's see. Lump squirt. Yeah, I have no. I don't even know what that could be. I forgot much the Gorgor's endings. Gorgor is great. I love Gorgor. Lump Squirt Chugger. Yeah, like Lump Squirt Chugger. I don't even know. Prickle Frond is a good one. Bulge Eater. Yeah, it might be like oh yeah, Cocksucker. How about that? That might be it. Very gay. Everybody's gay, and I love it. Every fandom. Yep. Nope. Yep. Every single one. Take a bath. No, I already got the bath one. I got that in my good ending video. I got that in the... Boy, what? Just in the video. The double feature with him and Abacada. Yeah. I'm doing it for the ones I haven't gotten yet. Oh, no, honestly. John Hancock. Realism train. Yeah. John Hancock, it's, just a real thing, isn't it? Hi, Nokan. Tagore is worried. Yeah, haven't done yet. Yeah, Tagore was worried. I think that was Gallic, right? Because isn't it supposed to be Gallic in, even in the good ending? The blue blood you come across, fuck. It's just at the end when you put on the special, stuff. Let's see. I want to do something real quick. Yeah. I thought it was Gallic. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Only sometimes though. I don't think I can change it midstream. I have it set to moderate for potentially bad things, but it's just cutting out all of the curse words, and I'm not down with that. I'm more about just like derogatory terms. Oh well, I'll just keep an eye on it as we go. Gallic is Tagore's because he says, yeah, I remember that because like when Gallic gets his tattoo, he has the little spade. I think he has the little spade, doesn't he? I don't remember now. It's been a while. All right. Now we're going to one of my least favorite trolls, which is a real damn shame. That's not that I have too much against Abacada, it's just that it's not terribly interesting. All right. Yep, all right. Abacada... It's still on Ratite? I don't know, man. All right. Okay. What do I need to do for Abacada? Oh, this one's going to be super quick, I think, actually. Oh, excuse me. I'm so burpy. Excuse me. It's probably best for you to stop trying to predict what's going to happen to you at this point. Everything that's happened so far on this planet has been kind of chaotic. In fact, you're ready for something more familiar. You head back to the site of your abandoned spaceship. Sure, it's smashed beyond repair, but it's a little slice of home. Maybe at least one or two pieces of it are fixable. You march off in what you think is the right direction. But when you get there, you're not alone. A little guy in a hat and big goggles is standing there, gazing at your spaceship, maybe assessing it? As you watch, he breaks off a couple gears and stuffs them in his pocket. Hey, you clear your throat loudly. Good, galloping gravy. Well, I've never seen the likes of you before. What strange wonders the heavens have rained down upon us today. You quickly lose any indignation you were building up. He's smiling at you, and his words seem at least somewhat amicable. Maybe you got this all wrong. Maybe this is the next person you're going to get chummy with. You cut right to the chase. No point in beating around the ground leaf covering. That's probably what they call it on this planet. You let this guy know you're the proprietor of the spaceship he's stripping, and you're in mighty need of a new friend. A friend, eh? A bosom companion, a pal about town? I've seen nary a Tommen, Dickus, or Harry around these parts who might fit the bill. You're kind of trying to imply that this guy could be your friend. Is it too late to say that now? You try to imply it with your eyebrows, to give him the old eyebrow wiggle. As for me, day-to-day matters here in Alternia interest me not, for I care only about the hurtling at great speeds through the boundless expanse of the cosmos. That's right, space. It's a space flight that consumes my every waking thought and all my ardor. As in accordance with my duty as a future Artonian crusader, of course. No oxygen, no wind, a total vacuum. That is the life for me, all right? Flying in space above the atmosphere, not within the realm of gravity's purview. Wouldn't have it any other way. Right. You get the feeling you're missing something. This guy seems really defensive about his interest in spaceflight. Like, maybe he's trying to say something totally different? Whatever it is, his internal conflict clearly takes precedence over your issues. He seems like a great candidate for a friend, despite the fact that his voice sounds like it belongs over a newsreel about World War II. Hey, I remembered it right! I just have one query for you, sport, if I may be so bold. Do you also like spaceflight? Do you yearn to see the moon shining above, the clouds whipping by as you chase and tease the impish western wind, and then also keep going past that up into space? Boy, howdy, I don't remember... I think I'm missing this one. I think this is the one I'm missing. Well, then we are in total agreement. Two kindred souls traveling hand in hand to a glorious yet inevitable future of conscripted service in space, which, as I've already made clear, a thing I most definitely and positively desire. So it seems we have nothing more to discuss. Toodaloo! Wow. Oh, well, that got me. I think that's the ending I'm missing. Fuck, I don't remember, man. Vicaria has like 4 different endings. I remember getting the couple... I got his good ending, where he throws himself off a bridge. And I got... Oh, man. Shit, man. I don't remember. Fuck. Let me know if that's not the right ending. Because I can't fucking remember, man. I'm gonna have to look up... I'm gonna have to see what other troll I can do, because... Boy, we're only not even an hour and a half in. Let's see. Looks like Italia. He had a stuck up ties. Car talks like Jake. Not really. I can see it though. Weird spiritual passions, really. Yeah, I guess so. Might give me too many Italia vibes. Fair. I haven't watched that much Italia. I've seen the first few episodes. And the Painted Black blooper reel is one of my favorite videos of all time. I fucking love that video. It's so funny. The dub blooper reel. Shit, man. I can kind of see... Yeah, I guess the way I do it is kind of reminiscent of the United States, huh? Good old Eric Vale. I should watch more Italia. I got my wife... my wife and I started watching it a little bit. Painted White, yeah, not Painted Black. Painted Black is a song. It's a couple of songs. Thank you. We watched a couple of episodes, but we just... I don't know. I got struck by other anime. The more substantial anime, I guess. Bliss, what is Italia? Italia is it started off as a webcomic with humanized versions of different countries. And it's supposed to be set around World War II, I think? Like, it's in that time period. So, like, Germany, Italy, and Japan are, like, a group, and then you have the Allies with, like, Britain, the United States, Canada. I think Russia is a part of the Allies, technically. Canada's there, but we don't talk about Canada. Yeah, and then it got turned into an anime that had a huge fandom back in the early mid-2000s. Ooh, I don't remember now. It was enormous back then, and it had a couple of people like kind of split off of it, like Scandinavia and the world, which I used to read a lot of. Yeah, it's just really funny. Yeah, poor Canada. Also in the English dub, voiced by Eric Vale as well, because it's kind of like he looks like the United States, and everyone kind of just pushes him to the side, and he's just quieter. Italia revived in 2019 because of drama. It doesn't surprise me. Italia was kind of like the fandom was kind of infamous for its drama. Okay, I'm so warm. Why am I so warm? I should go to Tumblr. Yeah. I hardly use Tumblr anymore, and, like, I don't really keep up with it a whole lot. I reblog, like, video game art sometimes, or, like, memes every now and then, but, like, it's so dead. It's so dead. It makes me sad. I miss Tumblr back in its heyday, when it wasn't so full of shit. Thank you, Bliss. Thank you. I had a long time where I didn't like my voice, actually, growing up. Because my voice got deeper, like, younger. So, like, I had a deeper voice compared to all of the other kids around me, and they would, like, point it out to me to make me really self-conscious. But thank you. That means a lot to me. And hey, Galagosh. How you doing? We're just about to get into Paula. Paula's next. Ooh, yes. Another one of my favorites. All right. Let's get into Paula. Oh, that's right. I haven't... With the computer getting fixed, I actually don't have any of my old save data, so it still shows the mustard blood. All right, let's get into polypus now. Walking, you sure are doing a lot of it recently. Back on Earth, you never got near this amount of exercise. You are gonna be so in shape when this is over, provided you still have all your limbs attached and your bones uncrushed. You could probably come up with safer ways to travel, a taxi or some sort of bus system, but you don't have any money and you can't read signs. Also, you are routinely covered in blood and bruises. So walking it is. Tired as you are, your feet still carry you toward friendship. All right. We're gonna do the shit stain also. All right, Paula. As usual, the streets are hopping, just bouncing around like an overactive bunny rabbit on Easter morning. Up ahead, at an intersection of streets, is some kind of night market. Well, every market on Alternia is a night market. As previously stated, you are broke, but there's nothing wrong with a little bit of window shopping. Who knows what kind of awesome stuff you'll find? You can learn a lot about a culture from their stores. You are so intent on thinking positive thoughts that you are nearly at the market before you realize that quite a few people are coming toward you in the opposite direction. Some of them are running, actually, and screaming. Looks likely that something has gone down, violence-wise. It's not a stampede. You aren't in any danger of being trampled, and the street is wide enough to just step aside and let the crowd pass by. Or it would be. You get a brief furtive glimpse of a pair of focused yellow eyes under a low-pulled hood. Then a hand grabs yours so tightly the tips of your fingers go numb. With a rough yank, you are pulled into the flow of the crowd. The troll girl who has a hold of you speaks quickly and quietly. You have to lean your head in close to hear. We're on a date. You're my matesprit, or my Moira, whatever you want. We're just a normal couple out for a night on the town. We're gonna go catch a movie and get some soft serve grub cream. You feel me? Wow. Okay. Okay, I need to freak out. That's the bad one I need to get here. You stop abruptly and someone smacks into you from behind. You go down hard, your hand ripped away from the girl. She gives you a fierce glower of disappointment. Fine, just more people letting me down. I'll deal with this on my own. I've done it before. She takes a running leap for the alley wall, scampering up and onto the roof like a squirrel up a tree. You are left looking down at the smudge of violet blood she left on your palm. Oh boy, an emptiness fills you with the thought of the friendship that it could have been if only you'd kept your chill. Game over, leap of unfaith. Oh cool, you can see the little blood there. That's neat. Neat little, detail is the word I was looking for. Man, my brain just shut down there. Okay. Yep. Walking. Paula. This time we actually probably get to see Paula, because I'm going to play along and hold her hand. Alright, your heart beats so hard you can feel it in the back of your throat. You adjust your grip a little to make your hand easier to hold. In response, you get a squeeze, like she's thanking you. You match her pace, a surprisingly difficult feat considering how short she is. Behind you, people are still shouting. What the heck happened back there? Someone died. You figured that, but that's not exactly rare for Alternia, is it? You've seen way more dead people here in the last couple days than you've seen throughout your entire life on your planet. You tell the troll girl you thought that was just kind of normal here. Normal, sure, when low bloods get killed. Natural order of things, right? But with high bloods, it's different. Personally, I don't give a shit about the natural order. Doesn't matter what the job is. I'll take it. Oh, so a high blood is dead, and you are currently holding hands with the troll who did the dirty deed. She chose you to help her lay low, i.e. she made you her accomplice, i.e. you are now her friend. Silver linings, folks. Helping someone carry out a cold-blooded murder is a super friendly thing to do. What did she call you? Her matesprit? You aren't sure what that is, but it sounds great. You ask her what you should call her. My name's Paula, but there's no reason to go throwing it around. Let's not talk at all. You want to point out that it won't look like a very convincing date if you were just walking in silence, but that would require talking, and she told you not to do that. A trio of those spiky robots go marching by, drones or whatever. Their big, ugly heads swivel back and forth like they're looking for someone. Paula doesn't say anything, and she keeps her eyes forward, but she goes as sharp as a laser, every muscle in her body tensing. You feel it through her hand, her fingers tighten on yours until the drones disappear into the crowd. She yanks you around the corner into a smaller alley connecting two rows. There's nothing here but a pothole and a couple dumpsters. Hold up a minute. Her hoodie has a symbol on the front of it, two overlapping gold ovals. Most trolls seem to have a symbol designating their blood color on them somewhere. This means she's a gold blood, right? Nope. But then Paula yanks a sweatshirt over her head, and underneath she's wearing a tank top emblazoned with a symbol in olive green. It looks like a little cat. It's pretty cute. She tosses the sweatshirt into the nearest dumpster and kicks a button on the side. A whoosh accompanied by the sulfury stink of immolation. Note to self, don't go dumpster diving in Alternia. Paula grabs your hand again as you head back out to the street. With her other hand, she works the tie out of her hair, shaking it out of its ponytail, letting it fall in thick, sweaty clumps against her neck. Next, she reaches up and takes part of her right horn off. Wait, no, it's a little bit of veneer. I can't fucking read now. It was just a little bit of veneer, an artificial bit to cover up a notch in the chitin. What are all these random wardrobe changes about? You wonder until you actually begin to listen to some of the conversations happening around you, and check out the big billboard-sized screens mounted on roofs every few blocks. Seems like the rumor mill is already going hard. Apparently a well-respected violet blood is dead, killed in public in full view of witnesses by a gold blood girl with a ponytail. Wow, you are really dealing with a professional here. I need to find somewhere to lay low until the heat turns down. I mean, we both do, since you're my associate now. I had a contact waiting, but I don't know what happened to her. It's possible she got spooked. Got any ideas for likely hideouts? I'm not from around here. You wonder what in the world made her think you have any idea what's going on ever. She keeps giving you sharp looks as if she is gradually catching on to just who she has chosen to recruit. You want her to understand that no matter how busted you look, you are an amazing friend and co-conspirator. Well, Here's your chance. What do you propose? We have to go to an apartment building. That's a possibility. Most of the high stems around here are cheap rentals, burgundy or bronze at most. I could take them, no problem. I mean, I can take anyone. Some jobs require a little more forethought. You kind of meant finding an empty unit or baby skulking in a foyer or alien Starbucks, but you don't want to tell your cool new friend how to do her job. And there you go again, jumping the gun and claiming friend you don't have the right to. But she did choose you. Excuse me. Though at this point she may be wishing she'd grabbed some other random stranger's hand. Well, pick one. This was your idea. Oh, geez, you seriously don't need this kind of responsibility in your life. Nothing good will come from letting you be in charge, but you also don't want her to think you are useless. You just kind of wish she'd tell you what to do and leave it at that. You pick a tall purple building at random. How about that one? Sure, I guess. You enter what just seems to be a standard shabby apartment building, climbing the lobby steps up to a hallway lined with doors. This could be any apartment on Earth, but instead of letters on the nameplates, there's those colorful symbols. They remind you a little bit of zodiac signs. Huh. Weird. Huh. How about that? Anyway, all the ones here are red or brown, like Paula predicted. She listens at a couple doors before finally settling on one with a red symbol. You wait for her to pull out a lockpick or high-tech paraphernalia, or even just a pin from her hair. Instead, she takes a step back and delivers 2 sharp kicks just above the knob. What? I'm not the goddamn super. You were sure you are absolutely not judging the way she's running this operation. You don't think you've ever met a mercenary before. Unless you count that guy who tried to hit you up for cash when you were injured, or the little girl who drained your blood for paints, or the boy who constantly on the prowl for delicious meats. Oh, this is kind of a cool area. The apartment is dingy, small, and smells like old pizza. Good news! Not that it smells bad, just the fact that there's pizza here. You don't have to. You don't think you could live on a planet that didn't have pizza. That's just beyond the pale. You try to shut the busted door as well as you can. Paula plunks herself down on the couch and pulls out her phone. Or, what has Scylla called it? A palm husk? She pulls out her palm husk and proceeds to ignore you. That's okay. It's important for friends to give each other space. You take the opportunity to poke around the apartment you're currently illegally occupying. Just generally being a nosy piece of shit. Whoever lives here is a real slob. Dishes are piled high in the sink and the windows are so dirty you can barely see out of them. Something sticky and red stains half the counter. It might be blood, but it might also be Kool-Aid. Fuck, goddammit, shit, fuck breath. Wow, that sounds like me. Something appears to have gone wrong. Paula is still on the couch, hunched over with her palm husk held close to her face. She types with her knuckles. Even though a lot of trolls do that, probably because of their claws. Oh, fair point. Didn't think about that. It's all over Kidder. Everyone's talking about it. My contact. They got her. She's been cold. Her voice is flat, her eyes expressionless. She lets the palm husk slip from her fingers into her lap. You stand next to the couch like an asshole. That caught me off guard. You don't know what to say, and you doubt Paula is the hugging type, but you really can't stand her looking so dejected. Before you start pitying me, don't. I barely knew her. It's not like we were in a quadrant or anything. It was just business. You sit down on the other side of the couch, tipping your head and raising your eyebrows to show you are very ready to listen and learn and commiserate. Paula wraps her arms around her knees. Most pros work with a partner. It's a lot easier when you have someone you trust to watch your back. It's usually quadranted pairs who work together. There's one particularly famous olive and gold-blood duo. I lost plenty of jobs to them. Oh, hey, that's Camille and Asdaja. Oh, shit. But I've never found anyone that I trust enough to make into my partner, beyond just a random one-off. Killing a sea dweller is no joke. It's almost totally impossible. Does that mean the guy back in the town square isn't actually dead? Paula looks affronted at the very thought. Excuse me, no. It just means I had to get a very expensive knife and coat it in a very expensive poison and stab it in exactly the right place. The motherfucker is dead. There's no doubt about that. I don't leave jobs half done. High-caste jobs are my specialty. Most people are too afraid to take jobs higher than teal. Me, I don't care. Low blood, high blood. If you got the cash, I'll do the job. If I did have a partner, it would make things a lot easier, I'll admit that much. You cough lightly into a closed fist. What's this? Something caught in your throat, perhaps? Could it be the steady hand of fate reaching a finger down and testing your gag reflex? You murmur delicately that sometimes destiny steers you in a direction you never thought you'd go. Maybe, just maybe, it has steered her to you. That's forward for sure, but you're pretty much an old hand at this by now, right? Paula snorts. It's a little watery. She isn't crying, is she? No way, not a tough assassin like her. You're imagining it. You? No offense, but I only grabbed you because you look so weird, and I figured you wanted to avoid the drones even more than I do. You don't exactly blend in. You can't argue with her logic, but a sourness starts in your throat now that at the realization that Paula had not chosen you for your obvious trustworthiness and friendship potential, but rather because you look like a goddamn disaster. Fair, a very fair assessment. Whatever. You can get past that. God knows you've gotten past worse, like attempted murder. As a good friend recently said, you gotta break a few Cluckbeast embryos to make a grublet. Oh, hey! Oh, shit, man. She's considering you now, more thoughtful than before. Well, I guess beggars can't exactly be choosers. But you have to remember you aren't destined to find out. What you have to remember you aren't destined to find out. That fate finger reaches down further and chokes you. Keys jingle outside the apartment, before whoever is out there catches sight of the busted door. What the hell? You and Paula lock eyes. Oh, shit. A quick flash of silver, and suddenly a knife appears in Paula's hands. Where did it even come from? Outside in the hall, someone is swearing. The broken door falls inward, and before it is all the way open, Paula is up and over the couch, launching herself at the intruders. Shit, wait, you are the intruders! And this is what you were afraid of. You were about to watch your new friend kill some poor low-blood troll. This was such a terrible idea. Too bad there's no way to go back in time and make your choices all over again. Yeah, that'd be rad. You wish life was like that. That would be rad. A short, stout little guy with a red symbol on his shirt comes through, but right behind him is a troll so tall he has to duck down to get through the door. Oh, hell no. The giant troll catches Paula with one hand. He's got big ram-like horns and a curly purple symbol on his shirt. His face is painted in lines of black and white, makeup designed to make his face look like a skull. Look, babe, look at these tiny wriggler thieves. Paula writhes in his grip, clawing at him like an angry cat. He hangs on, giving her a shake. Shit, you have to do something, but what? If you get in that purple guy's reach, you're absolutely going to get killed. You try to move your feet, but your survival instincts are kicking in. You're rooted to the spot. You can't do anything. You're useless. You don't even know what happened to Paula's knife. God, you wish you had taken some self-defense classes back on Earth. The High Blood gives Paula a wide smile and tosses her across the room like he's lobbing a dodgeball. She lands on her back, rolls to her feet, and bolts for the window. Of course, you'd have a High Blood mate sprint. The High Blood turns to you and sticks out a big gray tongue, and wow, suddenly you can move your feet again. You throw yourself out the window after Paula. You're only one floor up, but that's one floor more than you would like to be when falling out of a building. Oof. Ow. Your fall is broken by Paula, meaning you get a collection of bony elbows and knees applied to your gut. She bares her teeth at you. Get off, idiot. You're definitely going to call the drones. We've got to run. You roll your big floppy body off of her and hustle to keep up as she peels off down the street. You throw one last glance over your shoulder to see the two guys hanging out the window. The High Blood waves lazily. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh my goodness gracious. Shit went sideways so quickly with this one. Paula starts out strong, but pretty soon she is limping and leaning on your shoulder. A jagged piece of glass is wedged on her calf muscle. Oh, you lean down to get a closer look. You're no doctor, but recently you become an expert in acute injuries. What the hell? Stop. Do you want me to leave a blood trail? We need to split up now that we've been seen together. Your heart sinks all the way to your aching feet. God, you've been so sure you had this one on lock. You mentioned half mumbling to yourself that maybe it would be better if you stayed together, safety numbers and all that. Oh yeah? Maybe safety for you. This was a terrible idea. I can't believe I ever trusted that someone could have my back. Yeah, let's do another of your amazing plans. Sounds great. She leaves you at an intersection of streets. Even though she is no longer leaning on you, you nevertheless feel a heaviness settle inside you. Philosophically, a deep fatigue so intense you want to curl up on the ground. So you do. At least your ass didn't kill her. Oh, that's a fair point. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. Got polypus. Got polypus. Good stuff. Good shit, folks. Fuck me. At least your ass didn't kill her. All right. What we got in chat? All right. Here we go. Okay, so I'm disappointed with seeing Zebra. Yeah. Faith is good. Gave it. Yeah. Golly gosh, they gave me a name. I'm still not really keeping track actually at all. Hello, Crimson Kunari. Can't wait to see John. Yeah, Rose turned me gay. That's fair. Dave, I'm actually really excited to see Dave. Dave is my boy. Solix, interested in seeing Solix. Me too, because Solix, back in the day when I did a lot of fan dubbing for Homestuck Comics, that Solix is who I gravitated towards. I did a lot of Tholic, like the Ath Tholic. Fucking, the shit are they called? The Ath blogs that Tumblr had back in Homestuck Prime. Let's see. Aridin is gonna be, boy, fun. Carcat, fish ears. We need some Hivelets, man. We need to get some Sea Dwellers. Hadn't heard of Pesterquest till today. Golly, where you been? Get all of them from Tumblr, from Insta. Mine's Twitter, honestly. I've been using a lot of Twitter lately. I'm trying to get use a piece of software that I just completely ignored for the last decade or so, or whatever it's been. Animo. I don't know what Animo is. Pinterest. Pinterest is fine. Boyfriend to death. Yeah. Oh, Amino. I read it wrong. Sorry. Let's see. Uno reverse card. Good Omens. Good Omens Dasa. I haven't seen Good Omens yet. I read it though a couple years back. Fucking love the book. The book is so good. Hadalia also personifications of Vanoms. Doing like oh boy, what are the personifications of anything? It's always like a fun thing to do. Why are we playing Friendsim? We're playing Friendsim so I can get some of the endings that I didn't get in preparation for Pesterquest this week. And yeah, I try to say hi to people as they come in, but I'm kind of doing it in between trolls right now. Thanks, Golly. Yeah, I did a lot of Solix back in the day. I might still have some of those on extra hard drive. I might look into those a bit more. I'm not sure. I haven't looked at that stuff for years now. And, okay, yeah, Amino. I read it wrong because sometimes I'm an idiot. What's up? What's up, Not Perfectionist? But maybe boys, Equius. Oh man, I don't even remember. I didn't do a lot of Equius. I don't think I did any Equius actually. Shit. Yeah, I remember you telling me about it. I looked into it and I saw that like there was an update where it started crashing a whole lot, so I haven't downloaded it yet because looking at like, you recommending it, I was like, oh man, I don't really like that. There's apparently a ton of updates that don't do anything, which makes me worry that it's some sort of like malware type thing or some sort of spyware. Like just putting shit that you don't see on it, and I heard that with a recent update it just starts crashing. So I haven't really done anything about it yet because I don't know if it's. I'm paranoid about that kind of shit, honestly. Like that's just me being like, ooh, oof. That makes me a little afeared. I don't really like country humans, to be honest. That's fair. You're into what you're into, as long as it's not hurting other people. Okay. Let's jump in. I was putting it off. I was delaying it. I really was. I have to admit, I was putting it off. Oh, I got you, Golly. Fair enough. Yeah, I just looked at some Google reviews, and they're like, yeah, it crashes. Like they can't even get it anymore. I don't even really know what country humans is, if I'm perfectly honest. All right. We're going into it. I'm done delaying. I'm done delaying. We're doing it. We're going in. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see. What do I need to do first? Fuck. I don't know what I need to do first. Might be a bit longer. Shit. All right. Focus. Your stroll takes you into a nice part of town. This seems to have larger, more McMansion-style hives. Based on your past experience on Alternia, you're not quite certain that upper-class enclaves equal safety for you, but you might as well explore. You never know where you'll find your next friend. The power of positive thinking must be on your side because someone emerges out of the shadows of these sprawling suburbs.
Oh, hello there. I don't believe we've met. I'm sure I would have remembered someone with such unique looks. You don't know where you are, do you?
Oh, boy. By this point in your time on Alternia, you don't know if it's wise to admit that you're lost and naive to the ways of the world, but you don't know what you could say to try and convince this guy that you've got any kind of street smarts. You nod your head reluctantly, but he actually looks more interested in you after the confirmation that you're new to the neighborhood. Have you perhaps found someone who likes you for your vulnerability and naivete? I had a gnat just fly into my eye. What the fuck? That would sure be fantastic luck.
It's a good thing that I found you. Not everyone is as respectful of lowbloods as I am. Oh, but I shouldn't make assumptions just because you're not much to look at. My bad. I don't mean to be forward, but you're just so interesting. Mind if I ask what color your blood is?
You hesitate. While you're still terrifyingly ignorant of the intricacies of Alternian society, you're starting to feel terrifyingly informed about the role that blood color plays in this world. And you've managed to gather by now that plain old human red isn't considered one of the better colors to have. What do you do? Okay. I need to lie about my blood, I think?
Oh, really? It's not that I don't want to be friends with other high-bloods, but I'm a busy troll, you understand. So I only befriend folks that I might, want to fill a quadrant with someday. Besides, high-bloods just don't need as much help in unjust society. Stay awakened.
Oh, man. He pumps his fist into the air and you immediately copy him, but the gesture doesn't seem to be enough to change his mind about you not being oppressed enough for his taste.
So, I just don't think it's going to work out between us.
Okay, well, out of his league. Well, that was a good, quick one. That was a quick one. That was a quick one. My Nazi. Yeah, okay, we're gonna move on. We're gonna just plow through this. All right, so that's the quick bad ending. Oh boy. All right. Yep. All right, piss stain. Let's do it. All right. Tell the truth. There we go.
Red, huh? Wow, that's so unique. I've always liked the color red. I don't think I've ever filled a quadrant with a red blood before. I mean, I don't think I've ever made friends with a red blood before.
You don't know what a quadrant is or what it means to fill one. Given your experience on this planet so far, you're nervous that it could mean something violent. But you don't want to further expose your ignorance, so you just say that you're as excited for this friendship as he is.
You come on strong. Nice. You need a place to stay for the night. You need a place to stay for the day, right? I can help you out with that.
I can fix that.
I've got plenty of spare rooms for guests in my hive. Because I believe it's important to help out the undeserved members of the community when I can. My hive is this way, shall we?
You follow him down the street, you guess. It must qualify as a nice night because you see lots of other trolls walking around here too. Most of them are dressed as nice as Zebra, and you see a few shabbier looking trolls that must be lowbloods walking with highbloods.
Today is actually Flushed Affirmation Day, so you'll see a lot of trolls taking their mate spirits out to celebrate. Lucky for you, my flesh quadrant is currently empty, so I'm all yours tonight.
Oh boy. It's just, you get the skin crawls. That sounds a little weird. He doesn't need to be all yours. You assure him you're an easygoing individual who's happy to share their friends with plenty of other friends.
Sure, sharing can be a good time if you're into that. I could be speaking personally, like maybe with two lowbloods, but not in an objectifying way. Everyone involved has to respect each other, you know.
Wow, what? You have no idea how your innocent comment about friendship got taken to this particular place. You just thought that maybe the best thing to say here is nothing, because who knows how he might misinterpret you next.
Looks like there are a lot of high-blood, low-blood couples out tonight for the holiday. Pretty unusual to see in this neighborhood, to be honest. It's sad. Most of these low-bloods are probably with their mate spirits because it's socially advantageous. Pretty shitty of the high-bloods to take advantage of that, but not everyone is as socially conscious as I am. I think it's super terrible when high-bloods don't treat their low-blood mate spirits like... Low-blood mate spirits like the queens that they are.
You look around at all the other couples. The class divide is pretty noticeable, and some of the high-blood trolls have scornful looks on their faces when talking to their low-blood dates. One troll dressed in cerulean is making her shabbily dressed mate spirit kneel down so he can give her a ride on his shoulders. It could maybe be a cute coupley thing, you guess, except she's sure laughing a lot and has the heel of her boot pressing into the back of his neck. You don't want to speculate about what people might be into, but it does seem kind of humiliating. Zebra sees where you're looking and shudders theatrically. In the process of waving his arms around in disgust, he slips an arm over your shoulders. Please don't.
I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have to see something like that.
You're trying to think of a tactful and friendly way to move away from his arm around your shoulders when you arrive at what must be his hive. It reminds me of the scene in Assassin's Creed 3. Anybody that touches Connor, he immediately throws him to the side. It's so funny. Anyway, it's the biggest and most McMansiony hive on the block, and when he stops in front of it, he lets go of you to gesture proudly at his sprawling home. Welcome to my humble abode. I just feel grateful, to be able to share my wealth with those less fortunate. Yeah, sure. When you walk inside the front door, you're greeted by a very distinguished-looking white zebra. It has normal zebra markings all over its body, except for around its neck, where the dark gray zags have formed a shape that looks like a bow tie, almost like it's wearing a suit. You don't know how its zebra face is managing to radiate pure disdain when it looks at you, but that is unquestionably the energy you're getting.
don't mind my Lusus. He's kind of socially old-fashioned. But he lets me keep lowbloods around the hive to help out and stuff, so he's not all bad. Let me give you the grand tour.
Welcome to the Grand Tour. As Zebra takes you through the spacious hive, you can see other trolls in several of the rooms. Most of them aren't wearing clothes as nice as Zebra's. You're guessing these are the lowbloods you mentioned? They seem to all be doing chores, sweeping, cooking, exchanging green slime in troll-sized bathtubs for other, possibly fresher green slime. Each of them glances up at you and Zebra when you pass by, then looks deferentially away. The Zebra Lusus is following you, and every time you exit a room, it pauses in the doorway to whinny out what could be orders, or possibly he's just berating them. You arrive at an empty ballroom-looking space upstairs, where several low-blood trolls are hard at work cleaning up the remains of what must have been quite a party. Zebra seems to notice you noticing how all the trolls in here are scrubbing the floor, and how they're all avoiding your eyes.
See, I told you I'd taken plenty of guests. I believe it's important to promote diversity, you know? So that's why you don't see other indigo bloods here. Looks like all the guests are busy today. Well, an important part of communal living involves contributing your labor when it's necessary. Right, guys?
A few lowbloods mutter an affirmation, while others just put their sponges and mops down to prostrate their whole bodies on the floor. Zebra looks a little uncomfortable with the bowing, but not that uncomfortable. He doesn't introduce you to any of them. Oh my goodness gracious.
Ah, they don't all realize yet that my hive is a sanctuary from the harsh injustices of the outside world. Anyway, enough about my low-blood guests. Let's take care of you, shall we?
Perhaps his Lusus has had enough of tolerating your presence because it takes the opportunity to stop following you and go huff at more Zebra's guests. Now, for better or worse, you are alone and Zebra has turned all of his attention to you. His smile seems very friendly. You want to see it as friendly.
The night is still young. I'm happy to do whatever you want to do. If you feel like going out on the town to celebrate Flushed Affirmation Day, I have lots of other friends I can introduce you to. Help you meet the right kind of culture, you know? Or if you're tired, I can show you to your guest room now, and we can have a nice night in.
Go out or stay in?
Oh, shit.
I think I said let's go out, so I think I need to say let's stay in. I don't remember which one I did. I'm pretty sure I did let's go out. I wanted to get away from his, like, just go out from everything. You think that going out with Zebra on Flushed Affirmation Day might potentially... I don't remember this, so yeah, okay. Give him the wrong idea. And besides, you're pretty tired, so you don't feel like going out. You tell him you're ready to retire to your guest room now.
Sure. Oh, bruh, by the way, have you heard of Chicksey Roixmer?
Oh, hey, shit, he drops Chicksey's name?
You probably haven't. You don't seem like you're a very serious music fan. But you've got a great opportunity tonight to learn from me. One of her low-blood musician friends is playing a show for the holiday, and I can get us in because I'm super connected in the scene. We should go just in case she's there.
You could have sworn you told him you wanted to stay in tonight, but okay. You can gather the remains of your energy and go out to this concert with him. That's what a good friend would do. He takes you across town to the concert, only trying to hold your hand or put his arm around you a couple of times on the way, so it could be worse. Only a couple of times. That's fine. It's not. Maybe hand-holding is totally platonic on Alternia? You hope so. The concert itself is one troll with a guitar and a harmonica who, according to Zebra, is a lowblood whose songs are spreading truly radical messages, almost as radical as Chicksey's. You enjoy the tunes as much as you can, but you don't understand what the lyrics are trying to say. You ask Zebra what the lyrics mean, since the message is apparently important to him, but he gets annoyed with your question.
What? The lyrics are about... well... they're about a lot of things. Social injustice and oppression and stuff. It's hard to explain to someone who doesn't already get it. Like, if you're not on my level already, I don't know what I can really say, you know? But enough about the music. I want to talk about you. What sort of things are you into?
You haven't had many opportunities on Alternia to talk about your interests. How exciting. You say that you like playing games, but he's already interrupting you.
Cool, sounds great. Really interesting stuff. But what's your quadrant situation like?
It's harder to pretend that you know what he's talking about now that he's asked you about quadrants directly. You admit that you have no idea what he means by quadrant situation.
Whoa, you're even more clueless than I thought. Don't worry, I still find you attractive.
He goes into a brief, but not really brief enough explanation about the 4 types of romance on Alternia. Matesprit with a heart. The flushed quadrant, which to you sounds the most, analogous, analogous, oh boy, my Montana brain is showing. Analogous. We're gonna go with that. To human romantic partnerships. Moira Legions, with a diamond. The pale quadrant, which sounds like an exceptionally codependent friendship by human standards. Auspicicism. The ashen quadrant, which you don't understand at all. Fair. And kismisisisisisisitude. The black quadrant, which just sounds like repeatedly hooking up with someone you hate. You're fuzzy on the details of all 4 of these, but you understand enough to get that he's asking if you're single. You tell him that you Really just want to be friends. Of course, I super respect your choices. If you ever change your mind, I'm right here, and being in a quadrant with an influential yet sensitive and socially aware indigo blood like myself could make it a lot easier for you to survive and thrive on Alternia. Wasn't he criticizing that kind of high blood, low blood, socially advantageous relationship just a few hours ago? It wouldn't be very friendly of you to point out this hypocrisy, so you don't mention it. After another song, another troll at the club sidles up to Zebra and whispers something in his ear. Then skulks off again. Zebra looks alarmed, glancing around him and edging towards the club exit. I just got a tip that there's about to be a culling at this concert. We should get out of here. You definitely agree with him about wanting to get out of here. You look around at the rest of the audience still enjoying the show. You and Zebra are the only ones getting ready to leave. Is he going to warn any of the other trolls here of the danger? Oh, no, definitely not. If I were to warn any of these lowbloods that a culling was coming, that could mean risking my life too. Not that I've ever tried, but everyone knows that. The highbloods here will probably be fine, though. We've got each other's backs. It's important to look after your comrades in the struggle. Wow. Wow. Okay. That was, alright. Sure enough, you can see that the other trolls here, who much like Zebra, stand out because they're wearing nice clothes, but are casually but urgently leaving the concert venue. The lowbloods are also clapping and singing along with the singer on stage. No one is giving them a tip-off. Come on, we've got to scram. The two of you abscond, getting away from the music club as fast as your legs can carry you. By the time Zebra decides it's safe to slow down, you are tired and out of breath. Looking around, it seems like you've arrived back in the high-blood part of town. You wonder if drones have descended on all those trolls at the club by now, and you just can't hear it because this neighborhood is too far away, closed off and sheltered from the violence. Phew, that was a close one. Going to low-blood cultural events like that can be dangerous, but it's one of the risks that you have to take if you want to be an activist. Okay. I can't tell you how many times I've risked a culling to fight for low-blood rights. Civil disobedience is the only way to fight the authoritarian state. He turns to you and takes one of your hands in both of his, looking deep into your eyes. I just think it's so cool how you supported me back there when we risked our lives for the cause. That's probably the best way you can contribute as an activist and ally, you know, by supporting me. And speaking of activism, we were talking about quadrants earlier. Let's get back to that. This guy does not want to take no for an answer. Once again, you reiterate that friendship is what you're looking for here. He nods enthusiastically and squeezes your hand tighter. Fuck yeah, I love friendship. I've always believed that a strong friendship is the best foundation for any successful romantic relationship. And many trolls start by being friends first and enter into a quadrant later. Even if you try to be friends but then fight too much, that can still prepare you for the Calaginous quadrant. Either way, the thought of being your friend makes my blood pressure beat a little faster. Sure, you say. If what we're doing is extolling the benefits of friendship, then boy do you have some things to add to the list. For instance, friendship can give you a sense of platonic companionship with your fellow man, and friends can also come in handy when you need someone to help you move or take you to the airport or other non-romantic activities. You think friendship is a great thing to pursue for its own merits. Friendship is so great that once you have it, why would you want anything more? Hell yeah, totally. You're so right that friendship is a great first step. Did you enjoy the concert tonight? Did it persuade you to be an ally for low blood rights? You'd think that, going by your blood color and how often you have almost gotten killed by those more powerful on this planet, you're more like a member of the oppressed underclass than you are an ally. But you decide not to split hairs and just tell him that, yes, you'll be an ally to yourself. That's fantastic. I'm so happy to hear it. If you're an ally to lowbloods, then I'll allow you to be my mate spirit. Please don't. Friend, you correct him. You can be his friend. Right, sure, yep, I meant to say friend. He lets go of your hand finally, which at least counts for a partial victory and winks. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, jeezy Pete's. It's just so grimy. Fuck, man. Alright. I saw chat going nuts up in here. I gotta scroll up and see this. Alright. Zebra equals R and ice, guys. R, also R incel. Fuck, have you ever been to incel? It's horrible. So nice guys, I hate you, love it. Yeah, it's funny. It's really funny, and it's written well, boy, but it's just real grimy. Plow through this like Zebra likes to plow you. Fair. Yeah, it's not great. Die in a dumpster fire, please. Bow ties are cool. Bow ties are cool. Yeah, Fez. I need a Fez. Wow, we're gonna go hardcore the Doctor Who references. All kick him in the bulge. Fucking kick him. Oh, the thing is when I first went through Zebra's route in his video, I looked at his outfit and I was like, fuck, that's what I wear. I wear a vest and a long sleeve shirt. I don't wear a bow tie, at least. I wear a regular tie. Marvis says, Mega Milk. You spilled your pumpkin seeds. Oh, shit. Canary, no. Boy, howdy. Pitbulls. Pitbulls. Oh, pitbulls are like vacuum cleaners, man. as flip flops, yeah, no. Auspicitism, I hate it, especially because like I have like a slight just I hit my S's in a weird way, so it's like there's just too many S sounds for me to hit at the same time. Let's see, kiss me cissitude, yep. Kick him a third time. Why you gotta do this when I ask you to zebra? That's because zebra needed doing. Not like that. We just need to get that shit out of the way. Empty the cinnamon roll. Yeah, he's not even being flirty. He's not flirty at all. He's just a fucking skis bag is what he is. Need a fedora. Yeah, he really needs like a... shit. It's not a fedora. Well, I mean, it is a fedora. It's a type of fedora. It's a trilby? Is that what it's called? That's the fuckboy hat? That's the nice guy hat? Alright. Well, that's all I marked down. I still got an hour on the stream, though. I need to see which ones... Okay. I need to look up and see which... I don't remember which ones. I need to remember what I need to do for L-word next. And I guess I'll do a couple more. I got all of Cooper and Follicles. I need L-word and Rimmel. Marvis is like... I miss Marvis. And I did all of Marvis's, so it's like I'm not even gonna be able to stream them again. All right, let's see. Okay, let me write these down. I don't want to waste time going through routes that I've already done. Let's see. Yeah, okay. All agree that he needs a pimp hat. He's already got the cane, which I guess has a sword in it, which is dope. I used a cane sword in a show once. That's pretty cool. Pretty fun. Cane swords are dope. Cane swords are cool. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we need to go closer. I'm cheating. I'm looking up how to get these things. If you get enthusiastic about the fake date. Fuck. Okay, and then get excited about the fake date. Okay. Alright. I'm cheating, I'm sorry. I want to just make things go as smoothly as possible. Rimmel. I want to hug the twins. They got an interesting thing. It's like they're the internet trolls, and there's just something about them, man. Let's see. I didn't go away. I remember that. Bust down the museum door. Bust door. Except Zebra. Yeah. He doesn't need hugs. He doesn't deserve... Alright, I got all of Camille's. I need Azdaja also. I'll go through the next 4, and then we'll move over to the next one. Oh, wait, no, hang on. Who's next? Oh, wait, never mind. After Rimmel, it's Tysius and Chicksey. Maybe Gamesy. There's like 2 types of Gamesy you want to hug. There's like pre-Gamesy, like when he's on all up, hyped up on that Sopor goodness. And then there's also fucking murderous Gamesy. Shit, man. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So Theisius. We need to get... I need to stand around. Just have a nice chill, listen to the music a bit. Yes, sober Gamsey, thank you. Yeah, I think the guy that you see in Chahut's route, the high blood on the screen is supposed to be the GHB. I think it's supposed to be the Grand High Blood. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I did that. Bad ending. Okay. I remember I got that one. I thought Tysius had 4 endings. Maybe not. I don't know. I got those 2 bus doors staying around. Now I'm confused. Yeah, right. Just some homestucks being with each other, hyped about Pesterquest. Yep. Homestucks don't die. We're like cockroaches. Eridan's gonna be like fucking Zebra. Maybe not as bad, hopefully. Oh, Chicksey has 4. Oh, I'm a moron. Am I a moron? I am a moron, but maybe for different reasons. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty excited too, Bliss. Oh yeah, fucking Cronus. Fucking Cronus. Okay. So I need to tell Zebra. That's one of the bad endings. I got the one where she just shuts the door. That's another bad ending. Okay, and then I need to agree that life is hard. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Fuck Cronus. Cosplayed Eridan once for Comic-Con. Nice! I cosplayed as Gamzee back in 2012 Anime Expo. I might still have the picture somewhere. I don't know. Hug everyone except Zebra, Cronus, and Sober Gamzee. Fair point. Damar would be interesting. That's for damn sure. The 50s aesthetic does really do it for me too, unfortunately. It's just, fuck, Cronus is such a skis. All right. I've got paths I need to take. We're moving on to L-Word. Let's see how it goes. Armed with your fresh heaps of hard-won cultural knowledge, you continue on your journey. Troll life sure is complicated, not to mention troll romance. You really aren't interested in getting into all of that. Your life is complicated enough, and adding an additional level of angst on top of that does not sound ideal. Friendship is about all you can handle right now. And boy, do you love to handle it. Just get your fingers all up in there and squish that shit around. That's not something you should be saying out loud. You're ready to meet someone new, but you have no idea where to go. You're kind of hoping you'll bump into someone. And you do. While you're thinking it, you do. You bump into someone. The troll takes a step back to look at you, eyebrows lifted in surprise while you sputter apologies. Then you notice the color of the symbol on her shirt and your blood turns to ice. Given what you've picked up about troll society, she'd probably be well within her rights to attack you or at least treat you with some very hurtful insults. I don't remember what L-Word sounded like. Oh, shit. Fuck, what did L-Word sound like? Crap.
Well, hey there, little buddy. You look kinda lost. Everything okay?
Huh, that was a lot friendlier than you expected. That said, this troll's look is intimidating. She's smiling at you, but the leather jacket and undercut make you think you shouldn't fuck with her. They also look really dope. Like, maybe this is someone whose name would look really nice in your address book. Look, you know you've been pretty non-discriminating with your friend taste so far. You're grateful for every taste of affection thrown your way, but you can admit you've barked up the friendship tree of some real weirdos. But this time, you really want to be friends with this girl. In fact, it feels like earning her approval might even raise your opinion of yourself or your social cash. She's just, like, seriously cool. You tell her you were lost, not that you have anywhere to be.
Just seeing where the night goes, huh? Been there. I could tell you some stories. Oh, man. I don't be rude, but you're an alien, right?
You confirm that I'm definitely 100% an alien. That is one of the few solid facts you know, and you're going to hang on to that with both hands while you're still, well, they're still your hands, and not your grab pods or your gesture appendages or whatever.
Neat. You can call me Elward, by the way. I bet you have all kinds of cool alien stories. You want to hang with me? I know a place near here to grab a drink if you want.
Does she mean platonically, or is she asking you out? It's really hard to tell.
She's so cool and disaffected.
If that was a date suggestion, she's got to be the smoothest motherfucker around. You're kind of hoping she just wanted to get to know you better. She's beautiful, but it seems like going on a date with her would be a lot of pressure. Mostly you just really want her to like you. She brushes a piece of lint off her jacket, and your desperation for her attention grows. You say yes.
Oh yeah, alien time. Let's go. Wait,
come on. You can't even just go hang out with someone without going through a whole some kind of whole rigmarole. A yellow rigmarole. Are you fated to always be bombarded with branching choices, choosing randomly between fates that almost always seem to end in some kind of violence?
There's actually two places we could go. You want to try the closer place or the farther place?
Fine. You'll make another choice. All right, I need to go to the closer one. This should take me to the bad end, or the quick bad end. You don't want to wait any longer than necessary for that delectable friendship. You tell her to take you to the closest place she knows. It turns out to be pretty close. She crosses the street and takes you down a flight of stairs to a little underground bar. When you walk in the door, you're ready to do some befriending, but Elward seems distracted. You follow her gaze and see another cerulean-blooded troll girl with a buzz cut and a snake-bite piercing sitting alone on a bar stool. As you watch, the other troll looks over at Elward and gives her a little smile. You clear your throat, and Elward seems to abruptly remember your presence.
Well, we've arrived. The hangout place. You can take it from here, right? I gotta go.
Okay. All right. Yeah, a good, nice, quick little ending, huh? All right. So we got closer. So now I need to get excited about the fake date. All right. Here we go. Elward, part 2. Well, I guess part 3, technically, at this point. All right. There we go. Farther place. You tell her you're in no rush, and the farther place is fine. She takes off in the same direction she was walking before you bumped her. You follow behind, trying to act like you totally belong here, next to this genuine troll babe. You walk next to cool people all the time. It's practically a hobby. After a couple blocks, though, she stops short. You narrowly avoid bumping into her again. She fishes her palm husk out of her pocket, and you can see that it's vibrating noisily. She looks at the screen and theatrically rolls her eyes. Ugh. This is so annoying. I'm sorry, but, there's just this thing. I have to deal with it, I guess. I swear to fuck. She just wants an excuse to see me. It's, transparently obvious. Like, she keeps flirting with all my friends, too. Or just magically showing up places we used to go together. It's honestly kind of pathetic. You're trying so hard to make it seem like you're over me that it just shows you aren't. LMAO. You know what I mean? You may not understand the specifics, but it's clear that she's including you in some kind of social situation she's dealing with. Wow, that's what you do when you're already friends with someone. You basically just skip to the front of the line. You nod and look sympathetic. You totally get it, you tell her. You have an ex like that too. Who is she even trying to fool? Right? It's embarrassing that we even dated. We were totally gonna request combat assignments on the same ship too. So dumb. Anyway, sorry, but I gotta go back to my hive. She just keeps bugging me about some shit she left there. I keep telling her I don't even think it's even there. But she says she has all her belongings itemized or something, shaking my head. Which I learned doesn't mean so much hate. I'm learning. Such a dork. I'm the best thing that ever happened to her. You keep nodding vigorously. Your head is starting to hurt from all the nodding. You tell Elward that she's obviously too good for whoever this girl is. I mean, I know, but I gotta deal with her shit anyway. Anyway, sorry it's literally so dumb, but do you mind if we just swing by my hive on our way out? It won't take long. She's terminally punctual. She's already sent me her ETA on Google Maps. This is a real softball. No need to agonize over the decision. You tell her you don't mind at all. She starts to head off, but then she stops and looks at you. Her brow furrows. Huh. You know, for an extra alternate, you're kind of cute. Oh, jeez, you start to feel flustered as she peers at you more closely. Are you going to have to make it clear once again that you're only interested in friendship? I'm getting an idea. My ex thinks she's so cool because she's jade blood and they have, a sacred duty or whatever. She makes a complicated motion with her hand. From context, you gather that this is the troll version of a jerking off gesture. You'll file away the implications of that one to consider at a later time. But she's probably never met an alien before. Definitely never dated one. Do you think we could pretend to be a thing? Like Red Rom. Just until she goes away. She'll fully shit herself, I swear. Just so you know, don't fall in love with me, kid. Just kidding. Really don't, though. Your heart is beating at an unusual rate, and not even because of fear this time. Fake dating again? Do trolls do this a lot? There must be some cultural context that makes them turn to a fake relationship for security. On the one hand, you're an experienced fake dater by now. Elwood could check your references. On the other hand, you know how this ends. You know this ends with you falling in love with her. There's literally no fake dating situation that has ever ended differently. The last fake relationship you did agonizingly circled the rim of romance before falling out and into your hands for a sick friendship rebound, but it was a close one. You might be like a quarter of the way in love with her already. She looks like troll Natalie Dormer, and it's definitely way too dangerous to say yes to this. Okay, so like, I'd be excited about the fake date, I'm pretty sure. You grasp her hands, your eyes shining, yes, yes, you tell her, yes, you will fake date her. You're ready to dive into this thing together, side by side for as long as she needs, with your whole heart and mind, whatever it takes. Whoa, that's, you were like really ready to go for it. Like about to jump right in. Maybe this is a bad idea. I don't want to lead you on. Oh no, you way overdid it. You shrink back mortified. No, you tell her you weren't gonna fall in love. You weren't even thinking it, just thinking about helping her with an awkward situation. Uh-huh. Hey, you mentioned your ex earlier, right? Is that recent? Like, were you trying to rebound with me or something? Because if it's recent, I mean, I get it. Breakups can be hard. I mean, mine was fine. Completely mutual. But I get it. Your ex only exists in your imagination, but Elwood is giving you an out here, and you're going to take it. You nod, trying to look sad. Breakups are hard, after all. That part isn't a lie, just a well-known truth of life. You know what? I can blow my ex off for now. I'm gonna take you out. Take you somewhere special. Where you can forget. Have a little me time, you know? I think you deserve it. Okay, little hiccup there, but maybe you've managed to turn this around. You feel bad that she thinks you're newly heartbroken, but it's comforting that her reaction is to try to cheer you up rather than pouncing on you at your most vulnerable like some other trolls would do. Actually, she's being really nice. Maybe this friendship train is on the right track after all. It's that false sense of security. Elwood takes you to what appears to be a coffee shop? It has all the trappings of a coffee shop. Mugs, bean grinders, fiddly little machines with tubes, tables with people working on husk tops. The smell in the air is not coffee, though. It's something earthier and a little spicy. You're gonna guess ground up grubs. Just a hunch. Here we are. Let's get something to drink. And wait for it to start. You let her choose your drink. She brings you a steaming mug of something. Hot. You sip it cautiously. Not bad at all. No legs floating in it or anything. Just so you know, I don't know what your deal is, but this place is kinda girls only. You're an alien, so no one's gonna even ask. Including me. But just so you know the deal. Don't worry, though. If anyone asks, I'll just say you're here with me. Plus, you're cute, so no one's gonna mind. You feel your face get hot. Wait, no, you're not fake dating. No fluttery feelings here. Cool, you tell her. You love this place already. Wait, what is this place? This is excessive bodily force poetry. Open mic night. All blood colors welcome. Now that she says it, you can see a microphone set up on one side of the cafe, and all of Blood is sitting nearby with a clipboard, writing down the names of people who want to perform. You ever do excessive bodily force poetry? You look back at her. She's looking at you with those heavy-lidded eyes and that flirtatious smirk. Last time you let your enthusiasm get the best of you, she pulled back, but then she took you to this cool ladies-only hangout. Saying yes hasn't led you wrong so far, probably. Unless there's going to be some consequence you haven't gotten to yet. Nah, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. You tell her you've dabbled. You try to shoot her the same kind of coy look she's giving you. Is it flirting? Who can say? You're riding this wave of plausible deniability, and you're never coming down. Really? I didn't think you'd say yes. That's kind of cool. Dang, you should go sign up. I've never done it myself, but I like to come here and watch. You should totally do it. Until now, Elwood has been pretty disengaged, but she seems actually excited about this. You gulp. You've never done slam poetry, but how hard can it be? You got this. You go up to the All Blood and put your name down on the list. Then you go back to Elwood, giving her what you hope is a look as smooth as an expensive brandy. Get ready, you tell her. She laughs, like you're being corny instead of smooth, but it's good-natured, so that's okay. You settle down to watch the excessive bodily force poetry. Maybe you can pick up a few tips. Before long, you notice a couple differences between this and the slam poetry you've seen before. First of all, your unfamiliarity with troll culture is causing you to miss a lot of the metaphors. You think some of these poems are erotic? People are reacting like they are, but all the body parts sound like someone did magnetic fridge poetry with an intro engineering textbook. It's all tubes and pushers and levers and sacks. You watch the people around you and try to react the same way they do. Second, Troll slam poetry does involve actual slamming. Several poets, it seems to be the cooler colors of the rainbow, end their performances with acts of passionate violence against nearby chairs, tables, or even members of the audience. Artists, you guess, temperamental. Elbert doesn't seem surprised. One troll with a dark purple symbol breaks the mic stand in half over her knee. Elbert sits up a little straighter, popping the collar of her jacket a touch higher and adjusting her hair. God, I'd die if she looked at me that way. Okay, I wish I was that mic stand. I've never had a girl that mean. I always go for the good girl. Spades. I'm thinking I can change them. Like, it'll be different with me, you know? If our hate is true enough. It's a bad habit. Nice trolls don't change. That's some advice for you, kid. You don't know how to respond to this, so you just nod wisely. If you're being, wow, okay. If you're being totally honest with yourself, seeing Elward flustered makes you feel a little flustered too. Not that you're changing your mind about only wanting friendship, but you wouldn't mind if she looked at you with a little bit of the awe she's giving the purple blood. Oh boy, alright, here we go. Finally, it's your turn to perform. You got so into the show you forgot you were actually going to do this. Now walking up to the front, you wish you could forget again. You clear your throat. Silence. Then a flash of inspiration hits. You had trouble understanding the troll poems because of their socio-cultural differences, so maybe if you load your piece with references to your own world, that's a terrible idea. They'll just assume it's good. You start listing body parts you have. Knees, spleen, shoulders. You toss in a few celebrity names. Steve Jobs, Rita Moreno. Then you put on the most serious poetry voice you can and say, Numa, yeah. Another idea hits you like a wet fish to the face. Maybe if you end this with some kind of violent gesture like the purple blood girl did, Elward will like you more. You seek out her face in the audience and, looking right into her eyes, you slap yourself in the face as hard as you can. There's a smattering of lackluster claps. No one looks impressed. A few grumbles echo around the cafe. You think you may have just bombed. Your budding confidence is hit with a big load of shame, descending into like wet concrete. But then when you get back to Elward, she's grinning. Damn, that wasn't what I expected at all. It's pretty funny, though. You must have some real abdominal sausages to get up there and perform like that. Nice job, alien. She gives you a wink. You start to perk up a little. After all, you don't need to be friends with the rest of the people in this cafe, just this one cool troll girl, and it looks like making yourself look dumb has brought you two closer together. Honestly, though, I'm surprised you didn't do a piece about your breakup. Oh! Right. You completely forgot about your breakup, or rather, your fake-up. Elward leans forward, her hands splayed on the table, her black claws gleam in the low cafe light. You can tell me about it, if you want. Like, I'm over my breakup. But if you want to talk about yours, it's fine. I know sometimes it's, like, just really on your mind. Just right in there. Ah! You're starting to feel even less great about lying. You fidget uncomfortably in your seat. No, you know what? You're supposed to be making a friend here. Yes, in the past, it's been advantageous to go along with whatever people say until they like you, but you and Elward are really connecting. You don't want her to just... You don't want her just to like you because she thinks you're sad. You want it to be real. You take a deep breath and tell Elward you don't have a reason to X at all. You tell her you were trying to commiserate. The atmosphere immediately shifts. Oh boy. Elward sits back and the warmth goes out of her face entirely. What? Ooh, boy. Really? Oh, that's not really cool. Oh shit. You can just feel her pulling away. Well, you can also see it because she's physically pulling away from you. All signs point to losing this friendship. You're so sorry, you tell her. It won't happen again. Yeah. Sorry. No offense, but it's not cool to lie about shit like that. It's pretty weird. She's completely detached now, barely even looking at you. It's nice to meet you, but it's probably best if you just go. See you, space moobies boy. Really? She pulled a see you, space cowboy on this shit? As much as it hurts, you have to agree, it's probably best to just cut your losses. You try not to let your disappointment show as you walk away. Oh, fuck. Alright. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, boy. Wow, you guys went nuts in the chat. Okay. A horse. I remember horse and horse still, though. Okay. Trolls and humans are weird. Yeah, that's very true. I want a friend Dirk. Yeah. A friend Matuna. I want to help the cute guy. Or after scrub. Fair enough. Poor Matuna. Really got a raw end of that stick there. Lonk. Hey, Jasper. How you doing? Oh, and you're back, Snowflake. Hey. Yeah, careful with the whole legality thing. They're all 13. Not cool in the chat here. Not about that stuff. Thick jade blood. Huh. Slightly better. The extended Zodiac is fucking extensive. I wasn't expecting it to be so fucking... It'd be so fucking long when I took it that one time. Because, hot damn, it takes a while to do. Alright. Let's see, what are we moving on to? Okay, so we did L words. I think we can probably get through the next 3. Maybe? We'll see. I only have 1 to do for Rimmel and Tysius. I have 2 for Chicksey, so we should have plenty of time. Because I did all of Keneal's. I always get different results. That's fair. The thing with like tests like that is that they're hardly ever like they're hard to duplicate your results because there are so many things. All right, let's move on to Rimmel. Ever since you were a kid back on Earth, you have always held the deep, close wish to one day travel the world. You wanted to see new places, experience exciting new tastes and altitudes and temperatures, maybe go scuba diving. You never imagined you would actually get the chance. That kind of cool stuff didn't happen to someone like you. Well, you're finally getting your wish. It's just a totally different world. Funny how life turns out. When you get back to Earth, well, you don't want to think about that. Who knows if it will ever even happen. You've recently chilled out found your place in the universe, drifting from friend to friend, adventure to adventure. It's the only way to live. All right, Rimmel. All right, you've wandered into a part of town that seems to have some culture going on. Oh, I love a good culture. There are a lot of bright neon lights, and you can't read what the signs say, but you can see arcades, performance space, and what looks like a movie theater, perhaps more indie-oriented compared to the mall cinemas you've seen before. As you continue wandering, you come across a trendy-looking building with a placard outside that shows a little cartoon doodle of a fancy waiter holding out trays of snacks. You can't read what the words say, but you recognize the intergalactic signal for free food inside. Come on in. Hey, look, it's Marvis! Smack dab in the center. I guess we do get to see Marvis this time around, huh? You head inside, and it appears to be an art gallery. It must be opening night because there are festive decorations up and a little table offering drinks and hors d'oeuvres. There are many other art appreciators here, and your adrenaline spikes when you realize that most of the trolls milling around are purple bloods. You're not sure if some paintings and snacks are worth the high chances of being maimed when chaotic violence breaks out, but as you're debating the merits of free food versus probable injuries, someone approaches you. I don't remember what Rimmel sounds like either. You don't look like... oh shit, what does she sound like? You don't look like my other patrons. Are you lost? Or are you perhaps looking to start collecting? If you're loaded, ignore the first question. Art is for everyone, after all, regardless of your blood color. The 4 black pupils in her eye glint and sparkle, and you're not sure yet if it's a menacing or friendly sparkle. She grins at you, and it shows all her teeth. So what do you think of the art? Have any paintings caught your eye? You look around. You don't know much about art, but you are a nerd, and a lot of the paintings in here remind you of scenes from popular movies and games back home. The artwork is stunning. Yes. I think I need to do this one. I think I need to do this because we need to start the art heist. Stop, you flatterer. She puts a hand on her hip and winks at you, and you're guessing here that she doesn't actually want you to stop. You're also making the connection that she must be the artist who painted all of these. You sense an opportunity for friendship, so you lay it on thick and gush about how talented she is. My dog is dreaming, apparently. Goodness gracious. Huh. Goodness. I don't know if you can hear her. Huh. I thought you looked like a dumbass when you walked in, but you have good taste after all. Let me show you around. You follow Rimmel through the gallery, swinging by the table with the free food first. It's pretty good by the standards you've come to expect in Alternia. But what you thought was wine at first glance is actually Fago. No thanks. You may have noticed some themes in my exhibited work. I don't love clowns or gore as much as it may seem. That's just what I have for sale here. If you look at my work online, you'll see more of the full range of my art. But for this fancy gallery shit, purple bloods are some of my best customers. Those clowns fucking love art. They're rich as fuck, and they'll buy anything as long as it's violent enough or features religious themes. You've seen the kind of destruction and mayhem... Oh, you've seen the kind of destruction and mayhem... She's not talking. That purple bloods are capable of, so you're surprised that she doesn't seem to mind being in a crowded gallery with so many of them. Most other trolls you've interacted with have done their best to steer clear of the clown murder cult guys, at least when one of those hate-romance relationships isn't on the table. Isn't it kind of dangerous to actively court them for her audience? Oh, sure, they can be quite unpredictable, and keeping them happy requires some schmoozing. Occasionally I have to pretend like I've drunk the Fago and pull some religious references out of my ass. But it's nothing I can't handle. You can make a lot more money as an artist if you're not choosy about what you draw. One of my customers is this blue blood moron who only ever commissions me to draw low bloods and quadruples with other low bloods. I've got him convinced I'm giving him a deal on his rate when he's actually paying 5 times what I charge anyone else. My point is, artistic integrity is for chumps. If you want to get ahead in this world, give the people what they want first. That strikes you as a depressing outlook on the creative process, but you're all aware by now that idealism on Alternia tends to lead to shorter lifespans. And you have to admit, looking around at the crowd in this gallery, that her cynical approach seems to be working. You tell her that she sounds pretty business savvy in addition to talented, and she winks at you again. Thanks, I know. Because I make bank doing shit like this, I'm able to fund my passion projects. You should really check out my webcomic. But before you can find out what her webcomic is about, she notices another troll that has been sidling up to you. As she approaches, she whips out what looks like a small recording device with a smile. Rimmel's face goes carefully blank, and she crosses her arms over her chest. And how can I help you? Oop. I forgot about Journo. Ah, yes, hello there, Miss Namak. I'm with Alternia Nightly, and I must say it looks like your first ever gallery has been a smashing success so far. The journalist's syrupy tone and innocuous words don't seem threatening to you, but you're picking up on some tense vibes from Mel, whose hair ribbon swings forward in front of her face aggressively. Of course it's a success. I never expected otherwise. Maybe not, but in some in the art world have expressed surprise at the timing of this. Some have called it bold, considering that you're currently in the middle of a plagiarism controversy. Would you care to comment on the case against you by Trident Media? Instead of being caught off guard by the question sprung at her, Rimmel relaxes and laughs. Oh, that... As if they have any kind of real evidence that I'm violating their precious intellectual property. All the characters I draw and profit from are entirely original, and Trident Media and the alleged lacerator are just mad about it because the whole internet knows that my storylines are better than the source material. Oops, I mean better than the unrelated creative works that my comics happen to bear a superficial resemblance to. Feel free to quote me on that. The reporter takes the quote and scuttles away. Rimmel seems unbothered, but you can't help but feel concerned for her. Copyright infringement is serious business. Is your new friend in legal hot water? No, Alternia barely has any copyright protections to speak of. It's just that little pest Gorjek trying to stir up shit as usual. The company behind his lawsuit wouldn't even care if he hadn't gotten involved. It's no big deal, nothing I can't handle. You go back to following her around the gallery, keeping your distance whenever Purple Blood comes up to compliment her on her work. I'm surprised that, the reader didn't address Gorgor. You can tell that despite her confident attitude, Rimmel is still thinking about that journalist. She taps her foot and frowns at the paintings, whenever there's a lull in conversation, throwing glances at the door that the journalist left through. You know, it's not like Alternia has a free press or credible newspapers. That reporter was probably hired by someone with a grudge to dig up dirt on me. I don't think it was Gorjek, actually. Too obvious. Amateurish. No, this stinks of my competition. The artistic establishment that thinks all I do is fan art and shouldn't be taken seriously as an artist. All their paintings are in the museum across the street and they hate that I've managed to put up my own exhibit. Those stuck-up pretentious bulge scrubs have been trying to sabotage me for so long. She turns to you, her hands balled up into fists and the X in her eye flashing with passion. I have been waiting for the opportunity to strike back at them. If everyone is going to accuse me of being a thief and a hack anyway, I might as well steal from them for real. But their security is tight and I haven't had an accomplice. Until now. What do you say? Want to help me pull off a risky art heist? Hell fucking yes. Sure, let's do it. Rimmel does one last round in her exhibit, saying goodbye to her patrons and grabbing her bag, which seems to be mostly art supplies, as you head out the door and onto the street. The museum that she wants to rob is at the end of the block, in a much bigger, fancier building than the one you just walked out of. All the lights are off inside, and it doesn't have any signs advertising current exhibits. We can do this one of two ways. Follow that journalist and steal the keys if she has them, or break in without them. Well, let's bust down the door! That's the ending I'm missing. A heist sounds risky enough without spending extra time trying to pickpocket some keys. You suggest that if this crime is going to happen tonight, it should happen now. No time like the present! Good point. Let's break into a museum. You scoot casually across the street to the museum on the corner. After seeing the kind of looks your usual appearance draws from passersby, Rimmel takes some fabric from her bag and wraps it around your head. There, now people will probably just assume that you have horns. You're just embarrassed by them being tiny or malformed. Duck into that alcove shielding the museum's back door and wait for me. I'm gonna circle the block first, just so we seem less suspicious. As you wait for Rimmel by the door, the reality of this caper settles in. You'd been excited about the heist at first, because who wouldn't be excited about the opportunity to sneak around, steal some art, and stick it to the man, probably while a snazzy soundtrack played. But now you realize that in heist movies, they always have blueprints for the place they're gonna rob, and you have no blueprints. It seems like a dire sign. Before you can get too swept in your worries, Rimmel returns. Does she have any idea how to get into this place? Because the door looks pretty unbust-downable to you. Yeah, I've got some tricks up my sleeve. I've never done this before, but it'll probably work. She roots through her bag until she comes out with several paintbrushes of varying size. Then she crouches down and uses the skinniest one as a lockpick. It doesn't work, but then she selects a different paintbrush with different bristles and uses some of the bristles bunched together, and the lock clinks open. Ha! I'm great at this. Bet I could be an incredible thief if I decided to do that instead of art. Do you ever take the time to just sit back and acknowledge how great you are at everything you try to do and how much you trust yourself to never fuck up when it counts? Nope. 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 Not once. You hope that the question is rhetorical because your honest answer is that no, you don't have a whole lot of experience acknowledging how great you are at everything you attempt. Your mental acknowledgements lately have mostly been the opposite of that. Maybe it wasn't rhetorical because Rimmel stays crouched down like that for a second, looking at you like she wants an answer. When you eventually come up with an awkward shrug, she stands up and puts away her makeshift lockpick, dusting off her hands and opening the door. I guess not everyone can be at my confidence level. Anyway, let's go. Boy, howdy. Oh, man. You follow her inside. Much to your delight, you see this museum has an infrared laser beam alarm system. It looks so cool, just like in the movies, and you're back to being excited. Boy, that's a mistake. Rimmel seems into it too, bouncing on the balls of her feet next to you. Interesting, very interesting. One of us is going to have to get through these beams to disable the alarm. The box to do it is across the room there, see? But these lasers are so close together. You can see the issue. Rimmel isn't that tall for a troll, but she might be too tall to maneuver through these beams. Even if she bends over, it's going to be tricky for her to squirm through them without losing her balance and tripping the alarm. But the trolls that designed this alarm system didn't have your hornless ass in mind when they thought of potential intruders. You stoop over a bit to see if you'll fit, and sure enough, yes, you should be able to shimmy your way through these beams with minimal contortion. Fuck yeah, I knew I was right to bring in an accomplice. Great thinking, me. Great heist skills, if you pull this off. You recall what she said about confidence and trusting yourself to not fuck things up, and assure you that you've got this. You face the laser beams with your self-doubt shoved all the way down, where it hopefully won't screw anything up for you. You take a deep breath and crouch down and carefully, inch your way forward through the wires. It's the slowest you've ever crossed a room in your life, and there are a couple of moments when you teeter and almost lose your balance. You can hear Rimmel hissing through her teeth behind you at tense moments, but you press on without looking back. And then you've done it. You've reached the box to disable the alarm system, and you have no idea how you're going to do that. All the buttons are labeled in an alien alphabet. Crap. Oh, that's right. I forgot you can't read. What up? My name is Jared. Press the one that looks like a meat hook, but with angry eyes. And then press the one that looks like a meat hook, but it's got Kirby's claws. That should do it. That sounds bonkers to you. Just absolute batshit. But you look back at the buttons, and her descriptions of the letters were actually pretty spot on. Hell yeah! You press the angry eyes and the cat claws, and the whole alarm system makes a soft shuddering noise and clicks and shuts off. You are thrilled. You did it. Who knew that doing something right could give you such a rush? This is just like the part of the heist where the heroes had to sweat for a minute, but then defeated the unforeseen wrench in their plan. You are certain that there couldn't possibly be any larger wrenches in your plan still to come. Rimmel crosses the room to join you, giving you an appraising look with her hands on her hips. Not bad. Thanks for coming through for me like that. Now let's get what we came here for. There's one work in particular I'm here to get. You follow her through the different galleries, passing through sculpture rooms and oil paintings until you reach a display of pieces that look inspired by pop culture. The paintings and prints in here remind you a lot of Rimmel's exhibit, and when you look at her you can see that she's rigid, her eyes flashing, and a passionate blue tint to her cheeks. I can't believe they call me the hack. Such bullshit. Whatever, it's cool. It doesn't actually bother me. I just need to send the message that they don't want to fuck with me. The painting right here is a direct ripoff of one of my early works, back when I was naive enough to put my art up for free. Without realizing it would just get copied, and someone else would get all the credit and the profit. Well, I learned my lesson. I'll take this so they can't sell it, rip off their rip-off, make something even better and turn it over for a truckload of cash. She grabs the painting, and just when the two of you are ready to heist roll out of here, you hear voices at the back door, and what sounds like a team of security guards coming in. They must have arrived to investigate the alarm system shutting down. You're ready to embrace your panic, but you stop hyperventilating when you feel Rimmel's vice-like clawed grip on your arm. Don't freak out. Follow my lead, and we can still get out of this. You assume that the whole heist is off now that security has shown up, but to your surprise, Rimmel doesn't put the stolen painting back on the wall. She gives your arm one last reassuring squeeze before sauntering out of the room with her head held high, moseying with no hurry towards the front door. You follow her nonchalant lead as best you can. When one of the security guards stops her, Rimmel gives him a condescending, slightly confused look. What are you even doing here? My assistant told me she informed all staff that I would be swinging by today to pick this up. Did you miss that memo? Give me a break. I'm sure it must be easy to miss things, right? Because as a security guard, you probably get so much important correspondence every day. Her four people somehow give her a sneering eye roll extra sarcastic force. She yawns, and with her free hand not holding the painting, flicks some non-existent dirt off her shirt. The security troll, a burgundy blood judging from the sign on his cop hat, looks uncertain and embarrassed. But I get it. I understand cross wires. Since you're apparently too busy to do your job right, I'll catch you up to speed. I'm the artist behind this piece, and I've got a wealthy patron interested in commissioning something similar. I'm taking this as a reference in order to negotiate a better deal. There's absolutely no way these guys will buy her story. The two of you look so guilty, and you still have her yellow sash wrapped around your head, probably looking like an idiot with a head injury. But Rimmel is staring down this guard like it hasn't even occurred to her that she might be questioned. You've never seen someone double down so hard on a story that is such transparent bullshit. If you want to waste more of my time and yours by calling your superior to verify, go ahead. He might not be thrilled that this mix-up happened because you can't keep up with your emails, though. The security troll was already wavering, and at the mention of his emails, he cringes. His co-workers behind him shuffle around muttering to each other. He steps back, horns lowered in embarrassment, and waves you and Rimmel through with a mumbled apology. You can't believe this is happening, but the two of you swagger out of the street through the front door, legitimate as anything. You don't stop until you've turned the corner to the next block, and then Rimmel leans against the wall and laughs, holding her painting happily to her chest. Suckers. Feels good to get away with things, doesn't it? It does feel good, you suppose. Mostly I think you're still reeling. How did she come up with a story like that on the fly? How did she guess correctly that the security guard wasn't some hyper-organized inbox zero kind of guy who never believed that he could have listed a message? Rimmel gives you an odd look and reaches forward to unwind her sash from around your head and stuff it in her bag. I just winged it, man. You overthink things. My guesses are usually right because I'm a creative genius, but if going after him for emails hadn't worked, I guess we'd have been arrested, and then I'd talk my way out of that eventually, too. Wow, you find it hard to believe that she goes through life so easily with that kind of unshakable belief that she can improvise through anything. Doesn't you worry that it'll catch up with her someday? You want the long answer? It's this. Nope, I super don't. And if you still don't get it, I don't know if this kind of thing you can really learn. She picks up the painting again, looking down the street and away from you. Well, that was a successful heist. Now that I've ruined the competition, I feel inspired. I'm going to take this home and paint. Wait, hang on. With a sinking feeling, you realize that she's getting ready to depart, and that this friendship might be slipping through your fingers. Sorry, kid. You seem like you're not totally useless, but I'm not one for long-term artistic collaboration. It's a lot easier to talk your way out of tight spots when you're on your own. Peace. Wow, all right. You watch her go, your shoulders sagging with disappointment. You guys stole from a museum together, escaped together, bamboozled the cops together. You should have bonded over your shared transgressions and culpability. Every crime and movie you've ever seen has taught you that heists bring people closer together, but cultural differences? Oh boy. That was certainly something. It's so warm in here. It's only 75 degrees. Why am I so fucking hot? Probably because I'm hungry, actually. Alright. Got Elwords done. We got Rimmel's done. Let's see. We got 20 minutes. Think I can burn through Chicksey and Tysius in 20 minutes? I can probably burn through Chicksey and Tysius in 20 minutes. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, hey, Laura Olympus? My wife lives Laura Olympus. 14. That's pretty young. about John being so innocent in Pesterquest. That's very true. John's kind of a douche. Like, I mean that in the most endearing way possible, but like, he's kind of a dick. June, when you can, Epilex freak me over. Let's see. I'm not a homosexual, Dave. Fair. Boy. Sorry. I'm actually starving right now. I'm so hungry. Oh, I lost a lot of energy through that at the end of Rimmel's there. Fuck me. I need to get something to eat. I really do. Fuck. Be right back. Okay. Y'all ever just eat bread? Bread's delicious. Thank you for waiting. Pumpkin seeds. Can't relate to the bread. Oh, I just love bread. It's so good. When I was younger, I would just put butter on a slice of bread and just eat that. Not even toast. Just get some butter, get some bread, slap it on there. I'm just eating straight up bread right now. Damn, man. All right. For some reason, I need sustenance just reminded me of like consume Pradasec. Anyone watch this Game Grumps? I'm too lazy. Just bite a loaf of bread at 2 a.m. No. I can say I eat my bread in a civilized fashion. From the center out. Chips are a good choice. I don't have any chips. Well, we do have like snack foods because we had to get some food that didn't require to be like refrigerated or cooked because we're in Florida and that hurricane, boy, it's coming. So we need food in case we lose power. Oh no! But the last chips always taste the best unless they're like just crumbs. This is the portion where we just sit and talk about nothing while I eat. Talk about eating shit. Cheater cheese. That'd be a good name for something. I'll probably make a band, maybe. Infidelity cheese. That's pretty funny. Talk about cheddar cheese? Give me that cheddar. Damn, man. Why did I get so fucking hungry? Go get them cookies. Devour cookies. Alright. I'm over the slice of bread. Might go a little long. I want to get through Tyzees and Chicksey, though. We'll call it after them. Dude, I love bread. If anyone watches Critical Role, hey, Dasa! We're just talking about bread, Dasa. But if any of you... well, we're talking about food in general. If anyone watches Critical Role, that latest... one of the later episodes, fucking when Caleb and Jester turned into bats, fucking killed me. Oh, I like bread. Fuck. Alright. I got that out of my system. Alright. I have a couple slices of bread in here. Got it in the tank. Got some fuel. Got a critter in the chat. Good on you, Dasa. Let's do Tyzeus next. Alright. Here we go. Another night, another ramble. A classic song comes back to you as you continue on your way. Some of that good old earth wisdom about a specific kind of footwear being made for walking. You wish you had that kind of footwear right now in this current chapter of your life, or any footwear for that matter. You've definitely learned your lesson about getting overexcited at the prospect of new friends and running out in nothing but a bathrobe. Oh, who are you kidding? Maybe not in that particular bathrobe way, but chances are high that wasn't the last time you'll fly off on the buoyant afterglow of an intense friendgasm. Alright, night Jasper. Alright, let's get into Tyzeus. Tyzeus in Dyke. Alright, we only have one ending, I think, for Tyzeus to go through. Just up ahead, you see a troll leave her hive, muttering to herself. She's holding an unstable mountain of papers and books with one arm, using her free arm to hold a mug steady. She isn't paying attention to you, which is fine. Don't get it twisted, you'd love to make another friend, you just understand now that it's a weird, flighty thing. Some trolls you mesh with, some you don't. You smile at her just in case, but when she walks right by without stopping, you shrug. This planet is chock full of friendable weirdos, you'll live. You only take a few more steps before the sound of her absolutely eating shit on the sidewalk makes you turn. It happens fast enough so you only really see the aftermath of upended books and papers raining down in an impressively wide circle around her. Oh, globes. Damn, that's rock. She sits up, but that's as far as she bothers to get. After taking a sip from her mug, which somehow must have stayed level in her grip during her fall, she sighs and gets to work gathering it all back up with her free hand. Yeah, this checks out. As a thing that would happen to me. It's not like I have anything else to be doing. You've seen a teen movie or two in your day. You know this trope. The cool kid helps his unpopular nerd after they... Fuck, I forgot about that line. After they fall like a chump and embarrass themselves. Then slowly the pair establishes trust. By the time credits roll, they've gone and fallen in love. Not that you necessarily want to fall in love, or that you're under the delusion that you are in any way cooler than her, but still, it's tried and true. And also like a pretty standard decent person thing to do. So like the decent person you hope to be, you skedaddle on over. You stop short just in front of her wide-flung ring of items. You want to make sure she's not going to yell at you or murder you or anything before you interfere. What? Just kidding, I busted ass. I know it's a scene. Well, what are you waiting for? Be a good bystander and stop standing by. She gestures kind of all around her, and that's confirmation enough. You bend to pick up a heavy-looking book, and there it is, emblazoned right on the cover. A gavel, a humongo fucker of a judgment implement too, with spines all around the handle. Dread creeps up over your spine, or up your spine, over your spine. You slowly slide your gaze from the book's cover to its owner. She doesn't have any ostentatiously blood-color-themed clothes on, though, wow, she is sporting socks and sandals. Maybe you are cooler than her after all. But the very prominent eye bags are tinged teal. Globes. A lawyer. It's not that you don't appreciate your one lawyer friend for who he is, it's just you aren't sure you have it in you to sneak your way into the heart of another. You got kind of lucky last time. The scales of judgment in your heart started weighing your chances. Alright. Keep standing by, paralyzed by choice. I think that's the one choice I'm missing. You kind of can't look away from that gavel. Those spines could really stab a person's skull right open, huh? Wow. Thanks for all the standing around and staring assistance. It's really helping a lot. Definitely can't just do that on my own. You're still stuck on the image. She stands up, grumbling, and snatches the book out of your hand, or out of your grasp. She turns, waving a dismissive hand at you. Never mind. Now you're just in my way. She doesn't tell you to leave, but she stops acknowledging you, which you figure is pretty much the same thing. You were iffy about this one from the start, but damn, it turns out rejection still stings. Okay. That's it, huh? That's it, huh? Alright. I think that's the only one. I can't find it. I saw a thing that said Tysius had more than 3 endings, but I might have just been wrong, because when I looked to see what I needed to do get the other endings, I didn't see other ones there. Alright, what you got for me, chat? You watch Mini Lad? I don't really watch Mini. I watched Mini. I only know of Mini through, like, Nanners, pretty much. Because I used to watch a lot of C Nanners back in the day, and he would sometimes play with him. Mini was funny, though. I really liked him when he was included. Florida. Yeah, you don't want to visit Florida right now. Not with Dorian bearing down on us. The youngest. I'm the oldest. I have 3 siblings. Louisiana. Texas is either burning hot or cold as fuck. That's fair. I've never been to Texas. I'm from Montana, which is the Texas of the North, as far as I'm concerned. Louisiana is all hot and rainy. Never been to Louisiana. I don't travel a whole lot. I've moved almost every year of my life since fucking like 2012, which sucked. Lived in 3 states over the last 3 years. I don't recommend it. Look at the weather. Wait 15 minutes. Fair, yeah. Trees scream at you. That sounds terrifying. Chill birds, fair. I was trying to think what Florida has. Florida just has a bunch of lizards. We have a little lizard that we named. He's a little, like, white-looking thing. Named him Hoagie. He hangs out on our door frame every now and then. Boyfriend to death. There's dicks. I'm a little afraid. I've only had to ever censor 1 game so far, and that was Bad Dream Coma. I mean, I can do it. It's not like I have to worry about it. If there's anything not safe for work, I can just blur it out. Hope for Eve. Eva's still on the table. Eva's definitely still on the table. I was at a loss of what to do after Bad Dream Coma was done, but then Pesterquest was announced. I was like, well, fuck, there it is. That's what I'm doing next. Bad. Texas is cursed. Yeah. I can't really say anything. I can't really attest to that. I guess Florida is cursed as fuck, though. Bad Dream Coma was wild. That ending, though. Yeah. Bad Dream Coma was a fucking ride. That ending really just came out of fucking nowhere. You will not be monetized. I'm not monetized currently. I don't make any money off of doing any of this thing. I don't. I could qualify, but I don't want to run ads. Like, that's part of my problem is I hate ads. So I don't want to run ads. And if I monetize the channel, I will, like, ads will start running, and that's not what I'm all about. Maybe sometime in the future I'll start like a Patreon or something so I can keep ads off, but maybe eventually make money off of this. That's a far future thing, though. Nowhere near that point. Snows like twice a year. That's fair. I haven't seen snow since I lived in Virginia, so that's been 2 years. It snowed every year in Montana. And it always snowed in October. It always snowed on Halloween. Every fucking year. I kind of miss the snow, though. Arizona is hell, Ivy. I've been through Arizona. I think I took a family trip down to California, and like the route we took us through Nevada and Arizona. I'm not sure. I don't remember now. Tornadoes are scary. I'm afraid of the fucking hurricane that's coming, but tornadoes like always terrify me because that could fucking happen anywhere, pretty much. Try to get sponsored. I've had that thought, but I'm not like business savvy in like approaching people to do things like that, or like to have people approach me for things like that. And also, it feels shitty to me to be like, hey, I'm a super, like, I don't have thousands of subscribers or anything. So like at this point where I'm at right now, it would be just like, hey, give me money, and like for what? In the eyes of people looking to sponsor people. Arizona, Texas, the same, but Texas has tornadoes and hurricanes down south. Yeah. You kind of get the double whammy there with the coast, huh? Snows in England in February sometimes. Fair. Montana snows from like end of October through sometimes April, sometimes into May. It fucking sucks. And then Dallas, Fort Worth area. That's fair. I'm in Jacksonville, so there's quite a bit I can do here. It's the biggest fucking city in Florida. But I just don't. I'm a homebody. Oh, boy. All right. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Kanari. All right. Let's move on. Enough with this gay banter. We're moving on to Chicksey. All right. Oh, she's so cute. All right. Your point is you need a wardrobe change because I'm still wearing the ablution robe from Gorgor. You should have asked Elward for one of her rad leather jackets. You could really make one of those work, maybe. Geez, this is kind of a crummy neighborhood. And there you go again, making snap judgments. Get a little alien culture into you and suddenly you're an expert. Looks like you found the alternative in nightlife. Well, technically all life here is nightlife. If people are nocturnal here, shouldn't nightclubs be called day clubs? Maybe the lure of dancing and getting smashed with strangers is not enough to keep people it's not enough to get people to brave the blistering sun. You doubt you'd brave a stiff breeze for it. You aren't much of a partier. But recently you are all about new experiences. You'll try anything once. A long line of people snakes along the side of a building. It doesn't appear to be moving. The club must not be open yet. You consider getting in the line, but there's so many people here. You really are more of a one-on-one friendship type. You go around the back instead, to your old friend, the back alley, and the dumpster. Distantly, you hear music. It comes on every few seconds and then drops off. Maybe a sound check? You hear something else. A musical sigh comes from up ahead. You turn a corner to find a girl standing alone outside a back entrance. A heavy door is propped open with a chunk of concrete, like someone had gouged it out of the street. The girl has on a sweater dress and leg warmers, a bronze sign splashed across her chest. You wonder if you should consider painting a sign onto your own clothes just to make yourself seem more normal. Yeah, no, probably no point. You'd also need to paint yourself gray and find a pair of fake horns. Well, who would do something like that? Sounds like a huge pain with absolutely no benefits. We've all been there. The girl hasn't noticed you yet. She is staring at her feet and sighing. Also, she's making weird little whoops and clicking noises, or singing a few bars of wordless notes, starting low and then climbing up high. Wow, that sounds pretty good. The closed space between the alley walls makes it seem like it's coming from all directions. Maybe you should just leave. She looks busy. But then another troll sticks their head around the open door, shooting the girl an unkind look and kicking the cement block doorstop away. Oh, heck. There's really only one reason you would prop open a door. Stand there like an asshole. Alright, because I need to... I don't know what I need to do here. Like the witness to a disastrous car accident, you stand there and watch as the girl notices the door closing and lets out a squeak, jumping for the handle. She misses it and smacks her knee against the metal frame. Ouch! Damn it! She has a soft musical voice, even when she's swearing. You ask if she's okay. She stops rubbing at her knee and looks up at you. You are quite a bit taller than her, but she looks older than some of the other trolls you've hung out with.
No worries. Well, at least not about my leg. If you want something to worry about, I'm sure I can come up with some ideas without much trouble.
You assure her that you've had plenty to worry about recently, though you appreciate the offer. She gives a fruitless tug on the back door. She knocks. Nobody comes. She knocks again. Still nothing. You tell her that someone kicked her doorstop out of the way. She looks disappointed, but not surprised.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to go back around the front. Could be worse. Would you care to join me?
Oh my god, you thought she'd never ask. This is working out perfectly. You're so glad she got locked out back here with you and the rest of the garbage.
I'm Chicksey. Chicksey works for her, although I'm sure you already know that. I don't think you're an idiot or anything.
Oh boy.
I meet...
Oh boy.
Meet and greets are usually after the show, but you seem nice.
You aren't sure how she figures that since all you've done is stand around. It's true, though, so you don't protest. You are nice. Super nice. You might be the nicest son of a bitch on this whole dang planet. You ask her if she's performing here tonight.
Of course. Why else would I be warming up in a dirty back alley?
You tell her you've seen people do far weirder things. She laughs.
You weren't wrong. People around here will do anything for attention nowadays. For instance, you were walking around in an ablution robe.
You cough delicately. True. Very true. She's got you there.
If you come inside with me, I can give you an autograph. I don't have anything to write with back here.
Chicksey seems to think that you are a fan who managed to get past security to accost her in person. She doesn't seem too upset, though. More like delighted. You think back many friends ago when Sarava told you it was dangerous for lowbloods to get popular. You wonder if Chicksey trusts you because she thinks you are also a lowblood, or maybe she's just not that popular. You follow her back to the front of the club, past the line of trolls waiting to get inside. A guy whistles at her and she gives him a flirty little wave, along with a flat smile, a customer service smile. She shows the bouncer something on her palm husk and he lifts up the velvet rope.
They're with me. They're my +1.
Wow, you've never been anybody's +1 before. A bunch of people in line look annoyed, but Chicksey ignores them. You follow her, tripping a little on the hem of your robe.
Be careful, huh? You don't want to twist an ankle.
Chicksey speaks with a lilt, like a character in a musical getting ready to burst into song. You hope you aren't supposed to participate if she does. You're a little too busted for impromptu dance numbers, and you're also liable to flash someone in this robe. You hear music and chatter from down the hall, but Chicksey pulls you in another direction, toward the dressing rooms. You pass several closed doors, stopping in front of one that seems to be in the process of being cleared out. A bunch of shit is spilling out into the hall, clothes trailing out of suitcases, a microphone cord seems to be slithering slowly along the debris. Detritus. Wow, I can read. Charming.
God, I can't do anything without someone messing me around, locking me out, and now this? Who did this? I'm seriously out for blood tonight.
Looks like someone commandeered her dressing room while she was out, as well as tossed all her shit out into the hall.
I have to deal with this. I'll be right back. You can borrow some clothes if you want. In fact, I insist.
She leaves you in the cramped little room. It's dark in the hall, but everyone else around here is kept darker than is comfortable for you. You're getting used to it, though. You imagine humans used to have to deal with this all the time back before electricity, provided they didn't die immediately of, dysentery. You flick on the outline of the white bulbs around the mirror. Wow, okay. Oh, wow, even in the softest, flattering light, you look like an A-grade free-range disaster. Tagore's expensive rainbow drinker serum is rubbed off, and now you're mostly just dusty. You wade through a couple of Chicksey suitcases, but everything here is too small for you. There's a couple sweater dresses and a hoodie that might fit, but without a pair of pants, it's gonna get real scandalous real fast. The only thing you find that works in the whole damn dressing room is a floaty purple dress hanging on the back of the door. Definitely not your style. You would never wear anything like this at home. But fuck it, roll with the punches, right? And not just in violence ways, fashion ways. You give a little experimental twirl in front of the mirror. You aren't gonna break any hearts, but you'll do. You actually kind of dig it. You are busy admiring yourself when Chicksey comes back. She sniffles sharply and there are tear tracks on her face. But she isn't crying anymore. In fact, she looks mad as hell. Oh, damn, is she mad at you? Did you manage to fuck something up? Fucking hell. Did you manage to fuck something up without even being there? You've got mad fuck up skills.
I got bumped. They kicked me off the lineup. I was supposed to be opening, but some new band came in. They have a purple blood drummer, so the club owner let them take my place. Of course. This is how it always goes. Gosh, you look so sad. Time to break out your finely tuned comforting muscles. But before you can get those guns out, someone oozes up to the two of you. Someone you recognize. Oh, incredible, Miss Roixmer. What are the odds? It must be fate. Well, you chirped that you were coming to the show, so I guess the odds are pretty good.
Zebra doesn't let this dim his sparkle. He isn't the type of guy to let facts get in the way. He hasn't even noticed you. He's too busy kissing the back of Chicksey's hand. Ugh. Oh, come on. We got a double dose of Zebra tonight.
Looking good, baby. I'm kind of a mess. I've been crying. Well, crying looks good on you.
Zebra finally glances your way and does an extremely exaggerated double take.
Wow, damn, I didn't even recognize you. You clean up really nice, you know.
You haven't cleaned up at all. Really. You haven't bathed since Tagore's... Oh boy. Tagore's fancy ablution trap. All you've done is put on a slinky dress. It's not like you aren't happy to see Zebra. You are. He's one of your many success stories. He's just, you know, the kind of friend you want to think back on fondly from time to time, remembering all the good times. Yeah, not necessarily the kind you want to hang out with or have hang all over you like he is right now. Chicksey looks at his arm around your shoulder and seems momentarily annoyed. Then her expression skips a couple tracks and hits back on neutral.
So you've met? Where? Online? In a forum? Can I join? Not in a forum. Unless you're talking about the forum of life.
He winks.
Fate just keeps bringing us together, doesn't it? Just like you and me, Chicksey baby.
Chicksey laughs. Now that she's gotten over her surprise, her entire demeanor has changed. Her body language is relaxed and she keeps biting her lips. She looks like an actor demonstrating bashful on command. Zebra is eating it up.
It was really nice of you to post about my EP on your blog. I got a lot of listens from that. Babe, have I ever told that I think you're so strong? Seriously, low blood girls are so strong.
Chicksey laughs again. It sounds painful. It's real painful.
Maybe once or twice. I love your new stuff, that one song, Poisonous Moon or whatever. Bloody Sun. Right, yeah, exactly. Real good stuff, sweetheart. I can't wait to hear more tonight.
Oh, right, he doesn't know Chicksey got bumped. Chicksey meets your eyes. She seems to be trying to communicate something entirely using her eyebrows. Okay, I need to tell Zebra. I need to tell Zebra for the bad ending, I think. Okay. You tell Zebra about the higher caste trolls coming in and taking Chicksey's place. She starts making frantic motions behind Zebra's back and shaking her head, but immediately stops when he turns to look at her.
That true, babe? It's not a big deal. This sort of stuff happens in the business all the time, or so people tell me. Don't worry about it. No, I am worried. I always worry about lowbloods in terrible positions who can't help themselves at all. I'll take care of it for you. You really don't have to.
Zebra touches her arm for way longer than is necessary. It's more of a shoulder rub than a pat. She seems to be trying very hard not to shrug him off. Oh boy. Her smile belongs in a Halloween mask, a rictus grin. The two of you watch him swagger off back toward the front of the hall. Chicksey lets out a breath.
I wish you hadn't done that. He's got a really popular music blog, and he's an indigo, so I have to be polite. One bad review from him, and it's over for my career. But I try to interact with him as little as possible.
You hadn't realized that Zebra was a musician.
Oh, he's not. He just reviews albums and shows. Stuff like that. He makes a lot of reposts, but he's got a ton of followers. Don't get me wrong, it's really nice to be noticed, but he's just a little pushy. And I don't have time in my life right now for quadrants, you know what I mean?
You do, you so do. Does Zebra try what he tried with you on every lowblood he meets? You aren't sure if that makes you feel worse or better. Chicksey talks about him like he's a natural disaster, a tornado that she has to avoid to keep from getting torn apart. Like it's just an inevitability that people would treat her like she owed them something.
I don't want to seem ungrateful.
You tell her she doesn't seem ungrateful. From where you're standing, she doesn't seem to be doing anything wrong. She sighs, blowing a piece of hair out of her eyes.
Too bad doing everything right doesn't automatically mean things will go your way.
When Zebra comes back, such a little time has passed that you don't think he could possibly have done anything. He shows you and Chicksey all his teeth.
I got it all fixed up for you. You go on tonight. In fact, you're headlining. You're welcome.
Chicksey's mouth drops open.
What? How? I get to do anything I want in my own club.
I'm fucking sorry? Wait, what?
I bought it from the owner. He's just a teal. Seriously, business ownership? It is a little ambitious for a mid-blood, isn't it? I convinced him that it would just be easier for him and everybody else if a high blood took over. I've been meaning to get into the club scene anyway. Now you'll always have somewhere to perform, provided you do everything I say all the time.
Oh, he grins ashore that that's just a joke, but there's also something in his smile that you really, really don't like. You regret asking for his help. So does Chicksey. Apparently she gets right in your face.
Nice work. Now I owe him even more than before. This is the only club around here that will let low-blood solo acts perform. You can find your own way out, can't you?
Oh, man. Oh, shit. That really caught me off guard. Fuck, man. That's a real twist there. A good old twister-rooney. All right. Now we need the other good ending for Chicksey, I think it is. Boy, howdy. That was fucking something. All right, stand there like an asshole, right? Yeah, stand there like an asshole. Just look at it zip on by. Okay, mind your business. Mind your business. You follow Chicksey's lead and don't say anything. Zebra will find out pretty soon anyway when the show starts and Chicksey doesn't get on stage. He takes off, saying he's going to go get a spot in the pit.
There's no pit here.
Her earnest, polite look drops as soon as Zebra's out of sight. She's letting you see all the bits of herself that she has to hide from other people. You wonder if it's because you don't matter that much or because she can sense your trustworthy nature. You are a natural optimist when it comes to friendship, so you decide to believe the latter.
Come on, I want to get a good look at the jerks who took my stage from me, so I can talk about them on my vent chitter. You can follow it if you want, only like 4 people do. It's not like anybody cares about my problems anyway.
You risk an encouraging pat between her shoulder blades. She sniffs and wipes her nose.
At least I have you, my one non-creepy fan. At least, I think you aren't creepy. I guess I don't know you that well.
You assure her that you aren't creepy, at least not as creepy as that guy. Chicksey starts to respond, but then breaks off. Her voice sticks in her throat like she swallowed a bug. Oh wait, they actually eat bugs here. Like she swallowed a live bug. Actually, they might eat live bugs? Well, fuck. Simply canceled. Oh, man. Anyway, Chicksey stops talking and you realize it's because she's listening instead. The first band is on and going from Chicksey's expression, this must be the band that scooped her. I can't believe it. I can't. She takes off. You aren't sure if you were supposed to follow, but she swoops back in and grabs your hand to drag you along behind her. You go past the club entrance and up a staircase emerging in a tiny backstage area. Chicksey stops just outside the stage lights. The band on stage is 4 trolls, mixed cast judging from their clothes, although you suppose they don't have to wear clothes the color of their blood, though most trolls seem to. Law or tradition, both are dangerous to break.
That's my song. They didn't just steal my set, they stole my set list.
Her cheeks flush a ruddy brown and she shakes with rage. She begins singing along with them.
Twist and pull, breathe the terror of life on hell, spines and gore forevermore on this nightmare island spell. Errors above, blight below. I'm knocking on your hive's front door. Love me, please. I abhor.
It has kind of a twangy country feel to it, except it's about murder. Or maybe love? You can't tell. It just doesn't really fit the band or stage's vibe. It doesn't fit Chicksey's either. But then again, you haven't seen her perform. Maybe she's really different when she gets in the spotlight. She's crying now. I forgot about this. Tears streaming down her face as she sings.
It's all over. Nobody's going to believe I wrote this music. Some little dirtblood country girl.
You remember what Sorrow told you about Highblood stealing their music and acting like they wrote it. God, that's so unfair. That sucks. Where's the bar? There it is. Okay. Chicksey looks up at you like she's only just remembered she is a physical body and not simply an amorphous blob of pure sadness. There's a cluster of bottles on a nearby amp. God, more Faygo. Of all the brands that could cross galaxies, of course it had to be Faygo. Chicksey grabs what looks like a liquor bottle.
Right here. Come on, not even my vent chitter is enough for this.
Let's get fucking obliterated. Back in the dressing room, Chicksey upends several suitcases onto the floor, mixing her stuff with the other performers. Her give a shit meter is down in the red, apparently. She flops down to the pile she's made and takes a huge gulp out of the bottle.
Wow, have some. It's awful.
Encouraging. You gotta try this, man. It's terrible.
Come on, it's gross, but it won't kill you.
You wish people would stop promising you that. So far it's been true, but you still don't trust it. She takes another drink and hiccups, then holds the bottle out for you. Great, peer pressure. Lying on a pile of sweaters with a distraught vocalist and getting wasted is exactly what you wanted to do with your evening. Chicksey gives the bottle a shake. Oh well, you sucked smoke out of a bug's ass and you're still here. You drop down on the sweaters beside her. Chicksey is dramatic, but you're disappointed to discover that she was not being dramatic about this. It is awful.
Right? Have some more.
You do? God, that's bad. Chicksey is getting a lot tipsier than you. She's drinking faster and she's smaller than you are. Not that you know shit about troll physiology.
Come on, let's commiserate. It's hard, you know?
You nod, boy, do you know.
The music business, I mean, especially when you're starting out, you have to be visible, but you also can't look like you're showing off. You have to pretend you don't like the attention or fame, even if you do, but sometimes you have to pretend you do like it, even if you don't. If you're a low blood, you have to watch everything you do, all the time. If you're a high blood, you can do anything, and everybody thinks it's awesome, no matter what. Show business sucks.
You want to imagine that she's the one who decided to go into it in the first place, but that would be unkind. Also extremely uncool. That'd be a dick move. Nobody here seems to have a job or go to school either. They all just have intensely obsessive hobbies like painting or music or meat. Always going back to DMing. Instead, you tell her that you're sure she'll write more songs.
Sure, and they'll just steal those too.
You tell her you're sure that's not true. Shh. Chicksey attempts to put a finger up to your lips, but it gets half up your nose instead.
Shh, complaining time, not helpful advice time.
Oh dang, you can definitely get behind that, because you've got some complaints. You take another swig and it burns all the way down.
You tell Chicksey all about crash landing on a strange alien planet, the broken limbs and hard times and bad wardrobe choices. You skirt around all the amazing friends you made, though. You don't want her to experience friend envy. Halfway through your harrowing story, you hear something. Oh? Chicksey's passed out, drooling on your dress. Better than puking. Do trolls puke? Oh well, this isn't a vow of undying friendship, but it's not unfriendly. Victory? There it is. So that is considered a good ending. That's interesting because you got the good music. Interesting. All right. Cool. All right. One last look at chat, and then we'll call it a night there. Joined a cult once. That's a. Sorry, I had to go through that. Damn, that's terrifying. Talia, so season 7 of Hitalia. Fair enough. More into horror gaming at the moment. That's fair. I'm terrible with horror games. I know Man of Medan just came out, and they're from the people that made Until Dawn, and I'm so afraid. I don't want to play it. I'm not gonna play it, actually. My wife was like, "We should watch it." I'm like, or we could watch Nichijou. Let's watch Nichijou. Interest in everything except Hatalia, Homestuck, and Phantom Stuck. Fair enough. Easy to get sucked into fandoms like this. Still trying to revive Phantom Stuck. That's hard, man. That's hard. Because Homestuck's like just fell to the wayside. I see all the things where Zebra showed up. Oh man. Related to Chicksey. Fair, yeah. I love seeing all these things. Just when Zebra showed up, it's funny. Hey, man, Koffa. We're just about ending it, unfortunately. A lot of kick him. Wow, yeah. Comfort Chicksey. I got comfort Chicksey. Why are we Homestucks like this? Fandom is just kind of like that in general. Yeah. I just that's fair, or like fair enough, or just straight up fair is something I say a lot, and I gotta get better about it because I'm a dummy. I just like I could rarely add things that are like of worth to conversations, probably because I get anxious bad. BDD's horror romance, boy. But like more gore stuff related? Okay, that's fair. I'm like, yeah, you just got the last bit of it, Monkoffa. I don't like gore for like gore's sake. Like, I don't know, like things like Saw. I'm just like, I don't care about this, but like gore in things that are like scary on their own, because like like Supernatural, where it's like it's kind of scary on its own. It's not that scary, but it's kind of scary on its own, and it just has gore elements to it. Or things like, shit, I'm such a baby. I'm such a big babu. I'm fine with gore. Like, I don't know. It's just like I'm fine with it. I just don't like it to be like, yeah, this is gore for just to have gore in it. I guess I don't know. It's a weird technicality. And I understand that. You are not dumb, you are unique. I don't know, man. Public school system in the middle of buttfuck Montana. I only had so many advantages in my way. That is unsettling, Kunari. Holy shit. All right. I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm still hungry. Oh boy, and I gotta make a phone call. Yeah, you and me both, Dasa. You and me both. But anyway, thank you for watching, guys.
I'll probably I haven't really set out like a streaming schedule yet, just because man, I hardly have time to do all the things I want to do right now. So I'll probably come back to it and try and finish up the other ones I'm missing. I'm still missing quite a few, but hopefully, assuming Dorian doesn't obliterate Florida, I'll be able to get a Pesterquest video up on Friday. Just because I want to get it up as soon as possible, and I want to try and keep up with it a bit better than I did with Friendsim, where I was kind of like 2 weeks behind. Voice was right, yeah, it was. Thank you, Kanari. Epic gamer moment. Oh yeah, that's right, gamers. Ugh, I just threw up a little in my mouth. Thank you, Snowflake. And I love all you guys too. Thank you so much for watching. I like having you guys being able to prepare me for it. I prepare supporting and everything. I like having you guys as a community. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully Pesterquest video will be out on Friday. If not, the Florida sank. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.